Everybody, what is up? GoreAphobe here along with Karen from Motion Chics Films. How's it going?
Hey.
Very first episode of shit. I got 3 or 4 different names. What are we calling ourselves here? For the horror of it. Instead of for the hell of it, it's for the horror of it.
I love it.
Think about it, because the first show I came out with was instead of Injustice for All, it's in Horror for All. Instead of this being for the hell of it, it's for the horror of it.
Yeah, I love it.
Then my son came up with the name for our other show, which he calls Film for Thought.
Right.
Which is really cool too.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'm always naming something or doing something. But welcome everybody, and hopefully we have a good time here. This is basically, I still can't explain. I promised everybody I'd be able to explain the concept. Well, I lied because I still can't. Karen doesn't even know what the concept is exactly here yet. I explained it to her a little bit, but it's basically what we're doing here is you guys are always involved. You guys are first. This is going to be, maybe not right away, but this is going to morph into basically, if we were all, since we can't do this, we were all sitting together, watching a film, listening to it in the background with the focus of being enjoying that ambiance and that in the background, and bullshitting with each other and enjoying and talking about this movie. So that's it. As it morphs and grows and things, after 2 or 3 episodes, it starts getting light. Then maybe I'll be able to explain it. But until then, how you been doing?
Great. How have you been doing? You're busy.
Really good. Busy, yes, very busy. Yes, I'm in the first quarter of a long 2-week stretch here. So
yeah, you're crazy.
Ah!
Yeah.
We got we got Sean. What's up, man?
Hey,
Down for
Sean.
this, man. I thought my idea was do the 2003 director's cut. Got a couple extra scenes in it, but we can go the classic 1979. What's your thoughts on that?
I don't even know what version I have actually. It's up to you guys. Whatever you guys want to do, I will follow along. I know that movie inside out and backwards. I've watched it so many times. So yeah, whatever's most popular, what everybody else wants to do, I'm cool with.
I would probably say then what we should do, if that's the case, then we should probably go with the 1979 version, the original cut.
Original cut. Okay.
Let me see. I get the hell back here for this original cut. We go to the disc menu. Oh, I can't do that. They're not like. Maybe with extras, I guess. Maybe. I don't know, man. I could be in Alien Anthology, man. How I find this cut? Because at first it gave me the choice, so I picked 2003, and then I want to make Escape. Oh wait, okay, wait. Here it is. It has it in the extras, man. All right. Well, theatrical, 1999, 2003 commentary. Go to 1979 theatrical version. All right, here we go. So this is the theatrical version. The 2003 is the director's cut. It's got extra scenes like when Tom Skerritt's all hooked up there and he's going, "Kill me." So, pause it there. But yeah, that's the concept of this, guys, and this is going to be kick ass. I explained Trick or Treat earlier. What my vision is, it's like this long. A message that I gave her, it's this long on Messenger. What I told her, my concept and my idea is for revolutionizing watch along, so that it's not fucking boring, so that it's entertaining, it's fun, everybody's involved. Nobody's ever done that, and I'm going to.
Who's done Alien? Who's done Alien lately? Nobody.
Yeah. I did a watch. Me and Ben from Cadaver did a watch along of it 4 or 5 months, maybe 6 months ago. But we ended up talking about physical media and all that stuff too, and we didn't really get a movie at all and everything. So, hey Fred, how you doing? Yep. So we're sticking with the OG theatrical.
Hey Fred.
How you doing? Hello. Hey Ninja, how you doing?
Hey Ninja.
Katie, how you doing, Katie?
Hi, Katie.
Yeah, popping in around. I wasn't expecting her. Yep. Her and her link should also be in this here too. But right here it is. This is the link to Karen right here.
Thanks,
Katie. Not my guest, my co-host on this show. On this show, it's 50-50, y'all.
This is our show.
No, Exactly. And yours. It's everybody's.
Yeah.
We just make the decision.
Yeah. What did you say we're watching, the theatrical release, the 79 or the 2003 director's cut? Yeah.
So
Okay. Okay.
the OG, that's the one that I know everybody likes. That's the one that, just like 9 times out of 10 with The Exorcist, I prefer the 2000 version you've never seen, because it's, but a lot of people will choose the original 1973 theatrical. Let's see.
True.
Here we go. We're getting comments now. Here we go. When they watch on for Aliens on April 26th for Alien Day on my channel. Awesome, man. Awesome. If you ever need somebody that'll talk incoherently and completely go off on it, you know where I'm at. You know me. I never. If you guys ever seen John Carpenter's debut film Dark Star, that movie was inspiration for Alien. Yes, and he also made it with the original co-writer of Alien, Dan O'Bannon. Thank you, Chris.
I didn't know that.
Yes, Dan O'Bannon, and Dan O'Bannon also wrote the original cut. Well, not the original cut, the second cut after John Russo of Return of the Living Dead. Trick or Treat, hey, what's up? How you doing?
Hey, Trick or Treat.
Trick or Treat says, I love this collab.
Everybody's here. This is so awesome.
Waffles, what's going on? How you doing?
Hey, Waffles.
Yeah, we talked afterwards. We talked a little bit during it about it, and right before we got off the stream, but we just discussed it, and we were like, man, we had such good chemistry. We hit it off so good with this, and and the chat was going nuts. We had a lot of people in and out, so we figured, fuck it, let's just try to run a show here together every Tuesday and see what's going on. So this is every Tuesday. Of course, I'm sure we'll take a break here and there, but at this point, we're just, this is what we're doing.
Yeah.
Hi, Mike. Hello. King Gore today. Hey, what's up, Corey? How you doing, man? You see, you're more than welcome to join me on 26th. Okay, cool. I'll see what what day is that on? Do you know what weekday that is? Everybody's saying hello. Everybody's saying hello. Everybody, that's what this is about. I can't tell you the whole concept, but the basic concept is we're all checking out this movie. We're all talking about this movie as if we were all here together. Since we're all over the world, is if we're sitting right here in one room on a couch, on a chair, on love seat, bullshit, hanging out.
April 26th is a Wednesday, by the way.
Okay. What time are you talking about? Because that's usually mine and my son's day. So if it's any earlier, about 10 or 11 o'clock, I'm like, hey, Echo, how you doing, man?
Hey, Echo.
Johnny, hey, what's up, Johnny? I ain't seen you in a minute. How you been doing, brother?
Hey, Johnny. Hey, King Gore.
Before I actually started a channel, and actually started doing content, I watched a couple of things of Johnny's, and he discussed the Slumber Party Massacre and some of the special features and the weirdness of the guy that plays the neighbor. The weird neighbor in Slumber Party Massacre.
Yeah.
And that guy's even weirder in real life than he is in the show. So that's pretty funny. Even fucking weirder, yeah. Yeah, very, very cool. Yes, Jerry Goldsmith, yeah. He's just one of those names, man. You see. Same year the movie Alien came out, the late Jerry Goldsmith had composed the music for Star Trek, right? He's one of those names, man. Jerry Goldsmith, one of the biggest. All right, yeah, I'm doing good, but I am hooked on, what is that supposed to say, RE8 now? Hooked on what?
RE8. What's RE8, Echo?
Some new drug or something? Don't get hooked on it, brother. Don't do that to yourself. You can do it, man.
Oh.
You can do it. Don't get hooked on that, whatever it is. No, I'm sure it was probably just a miss, you know what I mean?
Yeah. Resident Evil Village.
Oh, Resident Evil 8. Okay. Oh, you're playing
Resident Evil 8.
The first actual zombie game like that was actually scary. I remember I couldn't play with the damn. It wasn't my kind of thing back then, but I played a little bit. A friend of mine was playing it, and he's playing the lights were off, and like he was going down this hallway, and there was doorways on each side.
Right.
And like a zombie busted through the window and went grabbed him and shit. We about jumped out of our pants, and it was pretty cool.
Yeah.
Like scarier than the movies,
I haven't, well, I was into gaming like way back before these people probably even were playing games. But not for a long time. I should get back into it though.
Yeah, yeah. I
Sounds
I, I
fun.
don't play that much anymore because my son, my 16-year-old, he plays like a maniac before. He likes all that shit.
Yeah.
See, poor guy look. Search for it says I think what makes Alien a classic is how it starts out like a space opera, kind of like a version of Forbidden Planet. And plus, it didn't have much more of a budget. I don't think they did so much with the budget, kind of like Star Wars. They made it look really good, and they didn't have
Right.
millions, millions, millions to spend on it.
Right.
That's what makes it that's what makes it iconic. And you had, Tom Skerritt was known a little bit, but these weren't a bunch of actors that people knew. You
Very
got
true.
Hayden that played Brain in Skip New York. He's been in tons of shows. Tom Skerritt, he's always been good. He's been in tons of different things. Sigourney Weaver was basically unknown at this point. This is even
Right.
before she did Ghostbusters.
Yep.
You know, so it's like, what's her name from? Hold on. She was in The Birds. Where's my shit? Oh, here it is. Yeah, she was in The Birds. What is her fucking name? She played in The
Oh,
Birds. She was a little girl in The Birds. She was also in the first-rate remake of Invasion of Body Snatchers.
yep.
How's her damn
Wait
name?
for it. Wait for it. Um, why can't I find it? No.
Veronica Cartwright. Slash Red just looked it up. Veronica
Cartwright. Yeah. 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 I knew that. I knew that.
So many people don't realize that she's that little girl in there. She was also in something else as a little girl. I can't quite remember. But her character that she plays in Alien originally was written as like transgender.
Oh.
So she's actually supposed to be a man. That character
Oh.
that
I
had
didn't
become
know
a
that.
woman. Yes, it was written as transgender. Yeah. Oh, Slasher Fred's always got it, man. He's like made a career out of that kind of shit. I used to know it, but like I said, every day, most people learn shit every day. I seem to be forgetting it. It's only names I forget. Like the other day, I forgot Al Pacino's name. Can you believe that?
Yeah.
I'm totally slipping.
There's too much information in your head. There's so much to remember with these movies.
I always
So
make
you
sure to
can't
do my
remember it all.
homework. I make sure to do my homework really thoroughly when I'm going to do a movie. Usually, I know every damn thing, every little tiny thing about it, because if you're not going to know that type of stuff and be able to talk about it, then why do it? Don't just
Yeah.
put about a movie and go, here, let's do this, not know anything about it or anybody in it. Or
Yeah.
Tom
Right.
Skerritt, my favorite role, one of my favorite roles he ever played. He also did back in the early 80s. He did a film. It's kind of like the Ghost in the Darkness, where it's about killer lions. They had went nuts because they didn't have anything to eat, so they started coming in toward the city and eating people. Well, Tom
Right.
Skerritt is in it with Michelle Williams from The Mamas and the Papas, and
Right.
he's really good in that. He also did Steel Magnolias, and I love his character in that movie.
Right. Yeah. Me too.
Like we take the cake of the piece of the armadillo's ass and Shirley MacLaine that had just cut for him, and he
Yeah.
goes, "Gee, thanks, Weezer, nothing like a nice piece of ass." Fantastic.
Oh,
Because she
that I
chops off
haven't thought
the
about
ass.
that in such a long time. That's a great film.
Because she chops off the ass and gives it to him because they just got done arguing because he was shooting
Yeah.
all the magnolias at the tree and making her dog go crazy. So she
Yeah.
chops off the ass, gives it to him, and he's like, "Gee, thanks, please. Nothing like a nice piece of ass." And she's so fucking mad.
Yeah. Her dog's losing all his hair. Fur.
Everybody in that is so great. That is such a great movie, and I got no problem admit that. Also, on Golden Pond is one that really gets me too. How they
Yeah.
grow together and they're dying together.
Yeah.
They've been all those years. He about
Yep.
dies at the end. That is so cool. I'm
Yep.
gonna do work on that one too.
Yeah, you should. Oh, yeah, you
Um,
should.
I'm going to. Uh, See, these people ever seen me get emotional quite like that. They did a little bit in The Wrestler. Just wait till they see this. I'm gonna completely ruin my reputation.
Yeah. I wonder how many people have not seen that movie. I bet you there are a few
Which one?
on Golden Pond.
Probably a lot. Back in the day, we're a little older, so back in the day, everybody had. It was just
Yep.
well known. That
Yep.
was right before he died. Henry Fonda won the Oscar for that,
Yep.
and and Jane, she was in her 40s and she still looked really good and young. She went and accepted it for him because he was too sick. And
Right.
that relationship they have in that film is a lot like the relationship they really had.
Yep.
Um, and
It was strained.
yeah, they come together on that movie,
Yep.
and he died like a few months after he made it. That
Yeah.
movie.
Yep.
She accepted it for him, and I remember personally seeing that. It's really cool.
Jane's
Very
a
cool.
really big activist now too for
Well, she always
the
was, man.
planet and that. Yeah. follow her quite a
used to
bit.
be a serious hippie. They wanted her to play Chris McNeil in Exorcist. She was going to play the mother. They asked her to, and she was like,
oh yeah, she told them to.
Why would I want to be in it? Well, I don't want to be in a left
Yeah.
wing blah blah blah. Elitist piece of shit like that. That's the way she was back then. You know,
Yep.
she was feisty and mean.
Yep.
Hey, Marianne, how you doing? Juno, what's going on?
Man.
Hell yeah! I want
Hey,
everybody in here.
Juno. Hi, Juno.
Hey, GoreAphobe, Karen, everyone. I like the first Alien film. I'm not a big fan. Not a big fan of Aliens, really.
We can't be friends now.
Wow.
Can't be friends with you.
Because to me, Aliens is like The Godfather Part 2, Terminator 2. You know what I mean? It's just one of those. But hey, that's what makes it cool. I talked about that last night. Everyone have different opinions. So not
Yeah, I'm just teasing, Juno. You know I'm just teasing.
People that I find overrated because the first one got dismissed and forgotten. Almost, yeah, I mean, it almost did. They just did such a good job with it. And it's not a horror movie, Aliens. This one's horror. It's more action. Like Chris is originally the most very Hitchcockian because, according to Hitchcock, he always said, "Imagine people in a room where there's a bomb just ticking away." And of course, yes, he discussed that personally in Terror in the Isle, which is a really good. Well, if everybody's ready, I can go get this going. We can get this going in the background, and then we can just go haywire from there. If everybody is ready or whatever, give me a thumbs up, or don't do anything if you're ready, and give me a thumbs up if you're not ready. That'd probably be easy. There's people here, because I know everybody's got this motherfucker. And to each their own. Like GoreAphobe didn't like brother and sister storyline in Halloween Part 2. But
yeah, absolutely.
I fucking hated it because it killed the whole mystery of him. He's no longer the boogeyman. Now he's her crazy older brother. It just killed his mystique. Okay, so you need a little bit of time, Sean, or are you going to the first thing I said? Aliens is 1986. Alien is 79. Corey's ready.
Everybody's
Do you know
ready.
Corey? Do you know Corey from King Gore?
Kind of, yeah.
He is a cool as hell young man. He is a down to earth, stand up kind of guy of a young man, and he's still a young guy, but he's on it. He just knows what's up. You know what I mean? He's one of those young people that are really proud of like that. Yeah, and he loves these older films that he shouldn't even know what the hell they are.
Right.
But he may be able to tell us more about them than we can.
Yep. That's cool.
And I just really respect it. He's somebody who supported me very early, and he gave me a lot of good advice, and I really appreciate it, Corey. I just want to tell you that. Look at me now. I'm a smart ass pain. All right, I'm gonna count this down. We're gonna go 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Oh,
you'll be seeing 20th Century Fox right now. And everybody that didn't know, we discussed this earlier. This is the theatrical version. This is the one that is 1 hour and 56.5 minutes.
yeah, T-5, Sean's saying.
Oh, I remember that in Aliens. Oh, and the second one,
yeah.
T-1 minute. So something I can't remember what it says, but goddamn, that one was voiced so irritating. I'd be like, "You shut up! Just blow it up." Because I can't stand to hear you say that anymore. Just kill me now. T-15 seconds, and then you actually count it down to the last 10.
Yeah.
T-10 seconds, 10, 9. Then you got to 5. T-5 seconds. Jesus Christ. Okay, I started mine. Okay, yeah. We're at a point where any of us would be cool about a minute in. So if anybody's starting now, even it'd be totally fine. It's not like I'm not going play by play telling you everything that's happening.
No.
I could, but no. That'd be, yeah. But yeah, the creature was done by H.R. Geiger, and he is a total freak, man. This guy, they couldn't pick anybody better. He is such a weird guy. I see actually interviews with him, and he's one of those guys that just wears his hair straight, kind of like Andy, but from the '60s, he did painting. Andy Warhol. He's just a weird guy like that. But you know, he just comes in looking strange. You can always tell those people are going to be different.
Yeah.
The first line, the first script or screenplay of this was written by Dan O'Bannon, I believe. And Ridley Scott and his team jumped in and messed with it. Just do a little bit more money in there because O'Bannon never really had any money.
Right.
Like he took the script from John Russo and Return of the Living Dead and was going to make Return of the Living Dead. Couldn't get it pulled off, so they, you know, but he ended up directing it, but he didn't end up being hands on like he wanted. He died a couple of years ago. Hey Trent, how you doing, man? Trent jumped on the stream with us for a little bit last night.
Hey Trent, how's it going?
Nice guy.
Yeah.
Really good. See, just the way they didn't have the money to make this look this good. That's what was great about the first Star Wars, Episode 4, A New Hope. They did not have the money to make that thing look as good as it did.
Yeah.
Most of it looks like Battlestar Galactica from the 70s, you know? Most of those kind of shows, these kind of shows do, but not this. It even looks dirty as you're going up through there. It just looks like it's been used. Like how silver just kind of starts turning dark, you know? It starts tarnishing, turning just old looking after a while. Yet you get in here and it looks like a space shuttle.
Yeah.
And it's just fantastic. Yeah, did pretty good at part 2 last night of Beyond from Fulci. Next week I'm doing part 3 of House by the Cemetery. Have you seen a lot of those Fulcis or Argentos? I think I actually have
the Beyond I've seen, yeah, and not a lot though. Like I told you, I'm just starting to get into it. So, but I really enjoy those films too.
I couldn't remember. I talked to so many people on here. I couldn't remember exactly what you had said about it.
Yeah, I'm just starting to get into that kind of stuff, but yeah, I do enjoy them. I find them really, because of my art background, I just find them very artsy, you know. They're
very colorful. You get a lot of gore with it, but it's not unnecessary. Like the Beyond, I bet five people couldn't tell you what it's about. They would tell you 5 different things. Audience given a tour of Nostromo. Yep. Who has 2 of those? Watch the Waxworks movies. You know, I've never seen any of them.
Really?
Yep, never have. You find that with me with certain of those kind of franchises, or the, you know, ones that's got 2, 3, or 4 of them, or even with I don't know, shit like the Troll series, or not Troll, Troll. Leprechaun, I haven't seen very many, maybe the first.
I've watched some of the Leprechauns. All the way up to the space one.
When he started getting in space and going to the hood and everything, I was like, I don't know.
Yeah. That's just silly fun, though.
Yeah. So the eeriness of the atmosphere and aliens sits in immediately. Yes, it does. That's why it takes you through and shows you, just gives you an idea. This place is so claustrophobic. At the same time, it's big, you know, and you can just feel it. And then you go in here and you see that they've been asleep for who knows how long.
Yep.
Because in this world, you got to kind of sleep to go there, or you're going to be going through a whole year of waiting to get to the place. So they just sleep through it. You know, Waxworks is awesome. Trenchy.
Yeah, you should watch it, Gore. Waxwork.
What exactly is Waxworks about? Is it kind of like household wax type thing? I mean,
so a group of college students gets together in this small town, and they go to this wax museum. And how can I describe it without spoiling it? So they go into the wax museum, and there's this like crazy guy, that eccentric guy that's like running it, and all kinds of bad stuff happens. That's all I'm gonna say. I feel like if I go too far, I'll ruin it. But I think you would find it interesting. I think.
Cool.
I liked it. Yeah.
Really good. The first person that sits up here is John Hurt. Anybody knows anything about this movie knows he has a shitty fate. He played the Elephant Man in the Elephant Man movie with Anthony Hopkins. Yeah, he was the one who played the Elephant Man. That's a fucked up show. I mean, he was treated so badly. It's almost like a real version of the Hunchback type thing. You know what I mean?
Right.
But yeah, that's what he played. And beside him over here, you got Yefka Koto, which just died about a year ago too. And so did the guy that plays Ash, the android on here. He just died too.
I didn't know that.
All we got left, I do believe, from this movie is Tom Skerritt and Sigourney Weaver.
Huh.
I think they're all gone. Harry Dean Stanton died, I believe.
That makes me sad. Makes me feel old and sad.
As they go around this table, yeah, no, Cartwright's still alive. Brian Cartwright's still alive.
Right.
The only three of the dudes all day. Kodo and the dude that played Ash all died died real close at the same time. Description. Okay, here. She's going for a pilot. Okay. Listen, as the Paramount Channel was going to be aired, the Heather's reboot TV show, and the day it was going to air pilot, yes, they thought it was so bad, got canceled. Wow. Yeah, because last night I discussed them at Heather's also. Yep. So there was an old Nintendo game I used to play called Contra. I remember Contra, hell yeah. Where you play these commandos hunting the aliens. Yeah, it kind of resembles Xenomorph. John Hurt was also the wand store owner in Harry Potter films. Oh, was he? You know, I haven't seen those much either.
I haven't seen those either.
For some reason, I just Lord of the Rings, yes. Harry Potter, no. For some, I don't know why. It just tells me no. I don't want to. Harry Dean Stanton lived past 90. He had one played Brain. He escaped from New York. That's one of my favorite roles he ever did. Brain.
Wow.
And he was a chain smoker.
Wow.
I don't know what's wrong with that.
There you go.
I know everybody's reading that. Gore's a dumbass motherfucker. Look at him smoke. It's Sigourney Weaver in every alien movie ever made. No. She's not in the two newest ones, Prometheus and Alien Colony, which are definitely alien movies.
Yeah.
No, she's not in those. There was going to be an Alien 5, and they was going to go back and kind of cancel out 3 and 4, and he was going to make it to where Newt and Hicks were still alive. Hicks played by Michael Biehn from the Terminator movies.
Yep.
Two Terminator movies. Oh, well, first one basically. He has a guest spot in the second one in the Rebecca director's cut.
Right.
But because I think that's why people dislike Alien 3 so much, because they just chopped those characters out. They just killed the fuck out of them.
Yeah.
But Neil Blomkamp was going to make a part 5 and have them where they didn't die.
Right.
But it didn't get rolling. I think what happened with that, Ridley Scott made Prometheus and didn't allow him to do it.
Oh.
So, basically.
Yeah. That's a shame.
The Man was produced
the
by
third film. The third film is still good, though. I think.
The only one that really, to me, is not a good show, and it didn't have good creative, script, screenplay, was the fourth one. But it still has its cool points.
Yeah.
Like the swimming alien, I always thought that was badass. That was a cool thing to throw in there.
Yeah.
Even the worst films and the worst sequels or whatever, you can always, hopefully, there's always something that you get out of it that's good.
Right.
So Elephant Man was produced by Mel Brooks. And every Spaceball, I didn't know Mel Brooks produced that. It's wild, because that's a serious movie. In Spaceballs, they spoofed the famous chest burster scene with Don Hurt. Yes, that's where he jumps up and starts dancing like the Michigan Frog from Looney Tunes. Because mainly, Night at the Museum was rated R with horror movie sex.
Kind of, yeah.
In the first 4 Alien movies, exactly. Alien 3 has grown on me a lot. The cast really sells it for me. Yeah, people were just bitter. People fall in love with a series or a show, and if you kill off their characters, especially if you don't get to see them killed off, if all of a sudden they're just not there, they just feel gypped, Yeah. And Newt and Hicks was just 2 characters people loved.
Right. Yeah, they kind of went a completely different direction with it too. Like it was a whole different kind of concept movie too, I think. On the prison, that kind of thing. Yeah, it was different, but I still think it was a good film,
Oh, because first of all, I had great actors in it,
Yeah.
It had what's his name? I can't remember his name, from Game of Thrones in it.
Right.
Oh man, what's his name? Guys, see, this is parts where this we can interact really good. If I don't know what the hell I'm talking about, or I forget somebody's name, jump in there and say it's this, then I can just go off one. Also, 1986 Fly remake. Mel Brooks produced the 1986 Cronenberg The Fly. Mel Brooks did? Really? I'm assuming he's right. I've never known Flash Fred to be wrong, but I didn't know that, and I've seen those credits half a million times. That's crazy. That's crazy, man. I feel like I'm in some kind of a dream world where Mel Brooks is a different kind of filmmaker than he was, in our
Yeah,
world.
it was
Really?
absolutely true. Yep. David Cronenberg and Charles Edward Pogue.
That's crazy.
Yeah. Oh, wait.
Because you talk about the same Mel Brooks that did fucking Spaceballs and fucking Young Frankenstein and shit. Wow. Kind of reminds me of William Castle. William Castle just, he did that gimmicky shit like Tingler and all that kind of shit. But then one of the last things he did was produce Rosemary's Baby.
Why can't I see?
Yeah. It was, like I said, the theatrical cut I'm talking about here, Juno was talking about, it had one of the scenes in it is where Tom Skerritt is all, the aliens got him all, pretty much ready to, I think they've already put the chest burster in because he's all he's saying is kill me, kill me. Hey, Junebug, how you doing, man? I knew you'd be here. I knew you'd be here, Junebug, man. I see you, Junebug. I won't even get into it. I'll be professional. Yeah, geez, man, this is all God. Yeah, I'm sitting ready. So I think it'd be cool to bring people on here and there for just not the whole time because then we couldn't keep the flow going, and we ended up being 3-4 parts of conversation the whole time rather than talking about the film. If you get too many people and keep it too long, but I think bringing someone in and just talking about 10 or 15 minutes, a different person every so often throughout the movie, I think that'd be fun.
Yeah, you should do that.
Yeah, just well, I want to run it by you and see exactly what you thought too. Make it people that we both like. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because if you have any ideas for this, you can make it better and all this kind of stuff, make it more interesting. Let's talk about them.
Yeah. Yeah, for sure. Well, we'll see how this one goes, and then we'll go from there.
But it's gonna go just like the rest of the watches and all the get-togethers go. They all go really well. But I'm talking about things to make it stand out a little different than the others. I used to have a co-watcher all the time, and I just about 5 months ago I decided to start doing them all by myself. I was able to, because it made me able to communicate more than just with the co-host. I could actually talk about the film, and I could actually do the commentary.
Right.
Because me and Ben and them all get together. All we start doing is start showing off our collection the whole time.
Right.
Which is cool, but not the whole time to watch long.
Right.
So after these aliens are done, what ideas do you have there? We talked about Killer Clowns from Outer Space. I thought that'd be definitely fun to do. People would love that.
Yeah, I'm up for that one. Are we going to stick with horror, or are we going to go into sci-fi or whatever?
Hell yeah, horror and sci-fi. And even if we want to, we could go into a horror type thriller like Silence of the Lambs or something, something like that. But I think my son is wanting me to wait for 7. He wants to do 7. So that's his favorite.
7. Okay.
That's his favorite movie.
Fair enough. Is it?
But
it's a good one.
That and then he loves Interview with the Vampire and he loves A24.
I don't know. I'll have to think about it. That's a hard question because there's so many movies we could look into. But Killer Clowns would be good after this, I think. Well, no, we're doing Aliens next week, though.
Yeah, the first 2 of these I thought would be really cool.
Yeah.
Also, like I said, I mentioned some off ones like May. God, there is so many. It's really unlimited.
Right.
But yeah, sci-fi, hell yeah, because I know you like sci-fi and horror, and that's why you're in these alien movies so much.
Yep.
Me too. I've been on a kick for about a year or 2 long.
Right. I just got a couple of comic books. I got Blade Runner and Logan's Run. Those are 2 movies I like.
Good.
but like I said, I'm up for whatever.
Blade Runner is actually in the Alien. It's actually in the same world, the same universe. Maybe it's made by the same guy. He kind of from the same universe. We did Prometheus. Yeah, you see, let me go right here. Find out where we're at. My favorite, bro. I've watched it most of the franchise. Juno's what Alien 3 the most of the franchise. Both Alien film has wasted opportunity to have Michael Wincott be main hero. It's got a lot of good people in it, but they killed him off too early. Yeah, I mean, you got so many people in that movie. Really, really good actors. It's one thing about all of them. Even the ones that aren't as good, they got really good actors and performances. Directors could have Alien was more violent and dark. Yes, definitely. 3, Bug there. Yeah, I knew we'd see him. Let's talk about the Alien 3 director cut was better than the theatrical version. Like when, example, when Alien kills one of the prisoners and Alien has blood all over it. It's also one of the only ones that has the Alien actually eating a person. That Alien eats a person. That's part three. Part 3 is when they started making like a dog alien and stuff, showing
Right.
you that when the xenomorph would when the xenomorph facehugger would get on a dog or a cow or anything, it would end up being a xenomorph hybrid, like a dog or just whatever. See. Alien also has starred the late Picado. Yep, yeah. The later became known for his role as a detective trying to drama serious homicide. Yep. Yep, I won't miss it. Got to talk. Alien got to be the screen flirt with the co-host because she's beautiful. That's nice. Brandon said, mix it up. Exactly. The key here is that we both like the film. That's all the criteria needs to be.
Yeah. It's fun choosing things that no one else is really paying attention to at the moment. I like revisiting things that kind of people are like, oh, I haven't seen that one in a long time.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's fun. And I think the viewer input is always a good thing too. Yes. Asking everybody, like maybe some polls on the community tab.
Yes.
I could do, and see what people want to see. You could do it on Instagram too.
Exactly. Oh yeah, I always do both. And I even have it connected to Twitter, so
yeah.
Should be one opportunity to have hero. They killed him off too early. Okay, yeah. One of the lead, yeah. Killer Clowns from Outer Space is a very funny movie. Everybody likes Killer Clowns. I have never met anyone that did.
Yeah, that's a fun one. Yeah.
And that would be interesting to have a couple other people, jump on for a few minutes and just discuss their experience with it and what they love about it.
Yeah.
And connected. I think that the biggest favorite of this franchise, I'd say if you took a poll, I believe I did. I do believe Aliens won.
You what?
Took a poll on which Alien film they like the most. I do believe Aliens won.
Yeah. I think so too. Another interesting idea would be if we picked a director and did a few films with the director. That would be fun.
Yeah. Kind of like what I'm doing on Monday with the Italians, and right now I'm doing like 6 or 7 full piece first.
Yep. Yeah.
For 3 months I'm doing Italian horror on Monday night. Ridley Scott, yes. Like I said, Ridley Scott's the creator of a lot of shit. I mean, he did the first Alien. He did Blade Runner, like he's talking about. That's got Rutger Hauer in it. Rutger Hauer is just unbelievable.
Yeah.
Gone now, of course. But Junebug says, what would be cool if we're talking science fiction, the 1930s Flash Gordon, and it's in the public domain. You can watch it for free on YouTube, so we can actually have it up on the screen. We do that with Night of the Living Dead, too. And I absolutely adore those. Forehead horror actor Brad Dourif is wonderful. His best performance though, oh man, he's got a couple of good ones. That's a good one. He's in he's in Alien 4. He's in Force Extras 3. He's Chucky's voice.
Yep.
Ninja says Logan's Run is good, really good. The Mega Man, that's the first movie version ever made of I Am Legend. I see she's wearing her cute little nerdy glasses. Junebug says.
Hey, Junebug. Another good movie would be The Fly.
Yes. The remake,
Yeah.
the first remake. That's one of the greatest remakes ever made.
Yep. That'd be a fun one. It's one of my
Yes.
favorites.
The first remake of Invasion of the Body Snatchers with Donald Sutherland in it. That's gas too. Special Forces Alien 3 had the actor who played one of the people in the Slaughtered Lamb, American Wolf in London. Yeah, I think I know who you're talking about. Yeah, that dude who gets killed by the alien in the kitchen is one of the bar patrons in Slaughtered Lamb. Yep. Yeah, I know you're talking about now. The original gives us a new meaning to the old phone curiosity killed the cat. Oh, the old phrase. We found some outer space under the bed. No, what? Killer clowns from under the bed. Alrighty. Have you ever heard of Deathbed, the bed that eats?
Mm.
That's actually a movie. It's called Deathbed, the bed that,
I don't know.
and the bed eats you. You know, it's pretty terrifying thought, really.
Deathbed. No, I have not heard of that. I'm going to
Mary
look
Ann's
for it
like she's
now.
never seen. Mary Ann's never seen Killer Clown.
Well, we got to do that one then.
I say after Aliens, the third
Yeah.
one.
Yeah.
That'll let everybody know that we're going to go all places. I don't like to put limits on shit anyway. You go straight from Aliens to Killer Clowns, and no one's going to know what to expect us to bring.
No.
Yeah. David Fincher, yes, absolutely. If you guys ever seen The Critters, that movie is like a pre-Killer Clowns from Outer Space. Instead, is under Killer Furballs from Outer Space. Both films were produced by the Shadow Bros. Shadow. Sorry, guys, I got a little bit of backing up going on here. I'm hoping it doesn't kick into acid reflux. I've been
Oh,
dealing
yeah,
with
hope
it
not.
like 2 hours. It's been happening, and when it happens, it goes on forever, and it's bad.
Yeah, I'm the same.
Hey, Jamie, how you doing? Thanks for coming.
Hi, Jamie.
You guys watching the director's cut? Nope, we're watching the original theatrical. I'll always like to see Jamie. She was in the stream all night last night. We had a good conversation.
Nice.
I met Jamie on Patrick's stream about 1.5 years ago, probably.
Yeah.
And at that time, she was still doing the Region Free show.
Right. We're doing that live on my channel with the girls, with Katie and Jamie on Friday night.
Yeah, I remember because you were talking about that Final Girls show.
Yeah.
You started getting people involved, and I said, get Jamie in there. That'd be good, because I asked you if he was in it to begin with.
Yeah.
Shit, get her.
Yeah, I can't wait. It's going to be a lot of fun.
Oh, don't worry, Marianne. We'll do the thing eventually. You can't not do the thing.
The thing. Oh yeah, I was going to say that actually. We should do the thing.
That was just a given. That's why I didn't mention it because I knew it would happen.
Yeah, very fun. I love that movie.
Killer Clowns is awesome. Yes, it is. Flesh Brett says, why does it keep fucking doing that? It's flipped up for me. I love how the character Brett always uses the word right. Yeah. And usually when it's the Yefet Koto character, he kind of follows him around and he's kind of like his yes man in this. Whatever he says goes. Right. He's great, man. He's what I was talking about, playing Brain in Skip New York. Skip New York. I mean, it's not horror, but it is fantastic.
Right.
I could fit on any show that I do, and I'd be happy. It just kind of fits.
Yeah.
It says, remember stars, on our face, more than Terrifier. Killer Clowns more than Terrifier. That's something I never talked to you about. Have you ever seen Terrifier? What's your thoughts on it?
The first one?
Yeah, well, yeah, sure.
I have not seen the second movie yet. I want to. I really liked Terrifier, and I had David Howard Thornton on my live stream before. So
yeah, he's telling me about that. Yeah, that's cool as hell.
Oh, he's amazing. I'm talking about that today, actually, on the stuff I was working on. How he just brings that character to life, and how he's like the essence of that movie.
Absolutely.
Yeah, and he's really developed that character so well. The way he talked about it on the show too was, he put a lot into it, and Damien Leone gave him a lot of freedom with putting his own slant on the whole thing, and I think it really shows. So yeah, I think I see where that like franchise is going, and I haven't seen the second one yet, but I've heard really good things. So I think, yeah, I'm a fan.
I don't like it as much as the first one. It goes places I don't agree with, but that's all right. It has this little girl in it, and she's like Art. But she's a
Right.
little girl, probably about 8 or 9 years old, and she is more terrifying than Art.
Right.
Like one of the smartest things that Danny Leone did was replace who played Art, because in this it's a different person, and it
Right.
doesn't come off nearly as well.
Yeah, that's what I've heard. Yeah.
And when he switched and made Thornton, that's what did it. Yeah, that was absolutely the smartest thing he ever did.
Yep.
But he does make it. He is like that fucker would have made
He
a great
does.
mime. You know, he'd have made a great mime back in the day.
Yeah.
You do me Evil Dead 2, so excited. Cool. Oh, you guys doing Evil Dead 2?
That's what we're gonna do. Yeah, Evil Dead 2.
Okay.
Watch along. Friday.
Juno wants to know what movie you think is overrated.
I saw
What
that
part of
a
it?
little while ago. I'm gonna go against popular opinion, and everyone's probably gonna hate me, but I have to say X. I've
I
said it before.
I kind of agree with you. I heard people talk about this movie and they talked about how great it was and you know what I mean, and it was retro and it was, you know, and I was like, oh, and I was excited for it. I seen it and it was all right, but I didn't get the big boom greatness out of it that everybody else did. I was like, well, it's all right, but I was kind of let down once I finally did.
Yeah, for me, it was kind of a slow burn. All the action was kind of at the end, and I didn't from having been a kid in the '70s, it didn't ring
Right.
as being realistic to me from that time period. Maybe someone younger, a younger generation, watching it now would think that was very cool. I could
Yeah.
see that. And like I agree with you. I think it was good.
You're
That
right.
being said, having watched Pearl
Hmm.
was really well done.
I
And
haven't seen it.
I get it. So I kind of think maybe I need to go back and watch X again just to see if I, have a different opinion of it.
You're right though. They didn't capture. We were little kids. We were kids in the '70s and early '80s, so we know what and it didn't capture it
Yeah.
like it could have.
I don't feel it did, no. But it's a good film. Like it's decent. I get it, but um that's the one I choose. So,
To me, it would be a couple of handfuls probably of movies. I could
right.
probably talk about that for 2 or 3 hours. Alien. Strangely, I don't have a copy of Alien. Really? No Alien? No Alien, Jamie? That's surprising. Damn. Totally respect you if you like Aliens, but the only horror sequel that I found overrated because the movie felt too long and it didn't get into it. I thought the first Alien was much better. I prefer the first Alien too, even though I do like Aliens a lot.
I prefer Aliens, but I like both. I like both.
But video game Metroid is very much like a version of Alien. Terrifier 1 and 2 had great gore, hard to clown cool, but it had very dumb characters. Actually, I like Pearl more than X. I've heard that a lot. Pearl's story was more interesting. I have heard that a lot. She's just
Yeah.
fantastic. Mia Goth is just good, man.
She is, yeah. Yeah, I was surprised, but we found a DVD of it and watched it, and yeah, it's a really good film. She's really good in it, so it'll be interesting to see Maxine down the road too.
Also, she's also in Infinity Pool.
Yeah, I haven't seen that. Have
I haven't
you?
either, but they
Oh,
say that her and Alexander Skarsgård are great together. Skarsgård's an interesting actor. I first time I ever seen him was on True Blood where he played Eric.
okay.
Like how Simple X was. Yeah, that's what a lot of people like about it. It's just a straight, you know what I mean, retro type slash, basically.
For me, it was just a bit slow. I think if it wasn't quite
Hmm.
as slow of a burn, I would have liked it more.
Hmm.
Yeah.
I'd like to have been. I mean, I know it's a lot about the older couple, and it's a lot about Pearl, and that's where we get
Yeah.
that's where we get But I would like to have seen her a little more. She entertained me. That character, I like that character, even as an old woman, better than any of
Right.
the others.
Right.
Should have been more about her, I think. Jamie says she liked X a lot. Went in knowing nothing and didn't know what to expect. I let pleasantly surprised.
Yeah.
I think that's what a lot of people experience. But once we heard about it and finally seen it, all you guys had already seen it. So we was expecting this earth changing fucking film.
Yeah. That's very true. Maybe that's why.
Completely different aspects. But everybody we heard it from went and seen it. They didn't know what to expect from it,
Right.
and they didn't expect much, so they were pleasantly surprised. Us,
Right.
we had the opposite. We heard them go, "Oh my god!" Because if we'd have went and seen it before we heard anything about it, we might have liked it more too.
Yeah.
You're right. Yeah.
I'm starting to get to be one of those people that I don't want to watch the reviews of the film before I get to see it. I actually did that today because a few people have seen Evil Dead Rise already, and I don't want to watch because I don't want to know. I have an idea and I want to see it first.
That
That's
trailer,
terrible.
man. Oh my god. And I don't think anyone said anything negative about it yet. I'm hoping it
No,
doesn't let down.
me too. You never know though. It
Right.
does look good.
Oh man, it looks great. It's
Yeah.
fantastic. She comes to the door. She looks at me, Mommy, you look cool. You know what I mean? You look a little funny, Mommy. Nothing. A big old kiss from you won't fix.
Yeah, don't open the door.
She's the best as hell. You know. Oh man, we're sitting there going, Mommy's with the maggots now.
That's so horrifying.
Like
Yeah.
whoa.
Yeah.
I was like, yes, and the chops up there goes, ah, and shit chatter like, yes, Evil Dead. Yes,
Yeah.
finally.
Yeah.
I was fucking horror, man. Some real horror, not some bullshit.
No.
Scarecrow writing. There's a movie called Scarecrow, as a matter of fact. I know it's not, but have you ever seen Scarecrows? It was made in the like 87 or so, or 88.
Hmm.
It's really, really good. Check it out. It's this huge show is called Scarecrows, so when you look for it, look for the one that is made by William Wesley.
Okay.
It's actually the last Scarecrows films aren't about scarecrows. No, this one is about some fucking scary ass killer scarecrow. Anyone that's seen that should know that it was a sleeper at the time, and it didn't get a lot of play, a lot of advertisement, but it turned out to be really good.
I'll have to watch that.
So triangle, all Louis Arquette. In the episode, Lord, we were talking about Dream Warriors. Summer 3 Part 3, and how Part 4 was supposed to have Patricia Arquette. She was going to be playing, Kirsten again,
Right.
but she didn't, and that's why they chose the other girl, and that's why they went the way they did. But
Mm-hmm.
Part 4, the original idea for that was supposed to be like a Dream Warriors continuation. So
Right.
I think Part 4 would have been so much better than that. But they didn't want to play Patricia Arquette what she wanted, which wasn't all that damn much. And they said no, so they got the other girl in there, and it turned out very good, in my opinion. I always thought It miniseries was underrated. The original one, the Oh God, yeah.
Okay.
Well, think about it, man. It's got Tim Curry in it. He is absolutely brilliant. He's got a few things that people don't know about. Tim Curry is also in a comedy the Sylvester Stallone did called Oscar, and he plays Dr. Poole.
Okay.
And he is absolutely fucking hilarious, and he's like a speech therapist. He helps you enunciate. He teaches you how to speak. And you're like Dr. Poole, and it's just fucked up weird shit, man. It's really good.
Mm-hmm.
That's a sleeper too. 2017. I prefer the original It to the remake as well. However, I liked It Chapter 1. I wasn't as big on It Chapter 2 as I was Chapter 1. I thought the one with the kids was better than the one with the adults. Of course, the remake goes. Trench still hasn't seen X or Pearl. Well, I introduced Exorcist 3 to Trench a while back. He ended up loving it. I knew he would. He said he liked it better than the original. Something has been a joke of mine ever since I saw Pearl to talk about the scarecrow scene and how pro adult actors have been taking not. Thanks, Fred. It's been surprising. People are just going off on this action Pearl, man. There's another egg.
You got to talk negative, and then people get crazy.
Yeah. They're just going off on X now. We got all kinds of opinions. I like X, but then again, this. Oh, I thought Pearl was much better. It's just like, wow, low budget movie. Jason X is like Friday the 13th meets Alien. Yeah, kind of. Yeah. He is badass in it though. I think Jason X is better than what people act like. I'll watch that any day over Jason Goes to Hell. Scarecrows is a solid B-rated movie. Thank you, Sean. I knew Sean had seen it.
I gotta check it out.
Or so he thinks he's seen Scarecrows. There's a lot of Scarecrows movies are named Scarecrows. Look for one made by William Wesley, guys.
Right.
That's the one I'm talking about. And all the actors, I guarantee you won't recognize 90% of you will not recognize any of the actors in it.
Right.
Dream Warriors, I read that in a scene with the hot nurse. It was you're right, Fred. By the way, it was originally supposed to have Kruger's head on the nurse's naked body. She had some of the best boobs I think I've ever seen. I just have to say that. I just have to say that right now. I was a huge fan. I admired that. You know, I admire a good set of boobs. Hey,
Oh,
I'm just being honest. Let's see. The two actors who played Kincaid and Joey were the only ones left, basically, but and the fake Kirsten, which sucked compared to Patricia Arquette. And Joey weren't really happy that Patricia. That's why they agreed to do it. Thank you, Juno. They agreed to do that because they thought Patricia Arquette was reprising her role as Kirsten, and they thought it was going to be more of a Dream Warriors thing. Well, they couldn't back out of it because they was already signed on when they found out that she couldn't. She wasn't going to do it.
right.
They wanted to pay her less than they paid her from part 3, and she got big off part 3. Patricia Arquette
Right.
did.
Yep.
They just being cheap, and it cost them, man. You
Yep.
get what you pay for, guys. You know, certain things you get what you pay for. Colognes and perfumes. You want to go cheap with them, you're going to smell cheap, and it's not going to last very long.
There
That's
you
one
go.
thing you get what you pay for with colognes for perfumes. Bottom line.
Yep.
If you want to smell good for a while, you got to pay for it with cologne. There was no chemistry with Tuesday night. Yeah, who was playing? Yeah, it's one of her roles. She stepped into that. She didn't have a chance. Tuesday night didn't play in Kirsten in the fourth. No one wanted to see her. It wasn't her fault. This next knows what it is to be a B movie that tries to be a movie. My favorite part is when he's got him in the sleeping bag and he's beating him against the fucking tree and they're laughing and giggling and shit. And Jason's like, God damn. And he's like, what the fuck? This didn't happen before. Jason's like completely confused off that shit. And they go, yeah, do you want to smoke some pot and have premarital sex? And the next scene, he's slamming against a tree in a fucking sleeping bag. I guess not. He won't know pot or sex. Jason hates sex, man. He hates sex. Or in space, if you're smoking pot on top of it, you're fucked. That's why they were in the sleeping bag after that. There's so experience that works, especially with him being Jason X. They were really screwed. What planet are they in right now? Oh God, I think they're just kind of well, they were in LB 426 or something like that to begin with. When it was one of those numbers. I never remember the number. But right now they're kind of hovering in their ship. I do believe they're trying to take the face hugger off of the John Hurt, off Hurt. Tom Skerritt, so I can't say it enough. Tom Skerritt, man, he's about underrated. No one had a clue who Sigourney Weaver was in this. Came out. They had no idea. And she took it from this and then made Aliens and became one of the biggest, well-known, respected, kick-ass women characters ever in film.
Yep.
Her and Sarah Connor like blew it, you know. Her and Sarah Connor, but she was before Sarah. But
did you see this Gore in theaters when it came out?
No. I had seen it in the early '80s on HBO when it came out.
Yeah, me too. Yeah, me too.
I missed this in theaters. When I first started going to theaters was I think maybe the first Friday 13th or maybe something right before that.
Yep.
And then in 1980, and then I ended up seeing it every year because they put one out almost every year for a while. I ended up seeing the first 8 Friday 13th in theaters.
Wow.
I seen Nightmare 2 and 3 in theaters. I've seen a lot of shit in theaters.
You're lucky.
Because my mom always liked to take me. I wish I'd seen Halloween, but I got to see the original Halloween a couple of years ago here in this little town I'm in right now. For October each week, they were playing a different one. Right. They played the original Chainsaw Massacre. They played the original Nightmare on Elm Street. They played the original Halloween. Right. They couldn't get Friday 13th. They couldn't get the rights to play it, so they didn't get Friday 13th. They got those, and I had never seen any of those 3 in theater before.
Yeah, I saw The Exorcist, and I think the second and third one. No, maybe it was just the first one. They re-released it here in Victoria at theaters, and I was so scared of it my whole life that I wouldn't even go near it. But I made myself go, and I watched. And it was a
That was when
really
they
cool
put
experience.
that was when they put together the version you've never seen, wasn't it?
I think so, yeah.
Yeah, yeah. That's
Yeah.
2000. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, so fun.
Oh man.
Yeah, they should do
It's
that more
good.
often. They should bring these movies back and put them on the big screen.
I don't know how anyone can prefer the theatrical cut of The Exorcist to the version you never seen. I don't know how they can prefer that.
No.
You don't get
Yeah,
the
no.
spider walk or nothing. You know what I
No,
mean?
yeah. Yeah.
The only reason that wasn't in the original cut is because
Yeah.
they couldn't CGI out the wires back then.
Yeah.
The only
Yeah, that's
reason.
right. Yeah. Very
That is
true.
one of the
Yeah, that was
coolest
so
movies.
creepy. That's the best scene in a horror movie ever.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah.
Well, I seen that, I instantly became a fan because I didn't go to the theater and see it because I didn't realize it and I missed it. When they put it out on, then it was VHS. I rented it and I was like, holy shit! I fell in love with it all over again.
Yeah. Me too.
We're in a wasteland planet or something like that. Yeah, I remember correctly. They aren't. No, they're never on Earth. I don't think they ever went to Earth in Alien. Did they? The original Gremlins. Oh, that's something to talk about a lot. I don't hear me say much about Gremlins. Um, Mogwai replicas starting out as cute and adorable until they have midnight snacks. Yeah, is very much. Then that kid is the dumbest kid, man. In the first Gremlins, he doesn't pay attention to anything that's happening. He doesn't realize he. That's why the guy comes back and gets the Mogwai because he just doesn't have responsibility. He just didn't understand. And
Right.
he warned him. That's why he wouldn't sell it. The dude stole him. You know what I mean? It's like, and then all hell broke loose.
Right.
The door to the planet. Looks like it is windy. But how could there be wind if they're in space? Well, depending on if they're on a planet, each planet has its own atmosphere. You know, so it's like, you mean like straight up in outer space is windy? You never know, man. They're like a long ways away from here. This is a whole different universe. Sean Cunningham. Sean Cunningham. Yeah, I can't stand him. Well, the first few horror movies I saw in theaters were this is Freddy vs. Jason, Texas Chainsaw Massacre remake, Land of the Dead, and Hills Have Eyes 2. I can tell what age you are. I can tell just by that. Good question, Fred. Speaking of Freddy vs. Jason, I read that Friday 3 Part 7 was originally going to be a Freddy vs. Jason movie. Yeah, I heard tell about that. A lot of people don't like that. I happen to like the whole Carrie aspect of Part 7. I like her being, being able to have those powers. I thought it was cool. It was something different. It took a lot of balls to stick that Friday. I happen to be a fan of it. Exorcist is lame. Seeing this scene like the hospital scene, Reagan and Spider. I prefer it too. I mean, the original, I never considered the original that lame. I like any of the Exorcist. But the director's cut with the Exorcist is different. Exorcist changed my life when I seen it. I seen it when I was about 5, 6 years old, and it changed my life. But
no, not me. Not
78,
me.
79. Yeah.
I was in my 20s when I saw it for the first time.
Yeah, because I was born in 73. So, and I seen it about 78 or 79. So
Yeah.
you remember more the 70s than I do then. I don't know how that is because I look older than you, damn it. It's not fair.
You say that again?
I said, I look older than you, damn it, and it's not fair.
I was born in 68.
So you're 5 years older than me. See, and I look older than you. That's bullshit. But that's okay. You can have that. It's more important for a woman to
You
come out
don't.
younger.
You don't look old.
So I used to be a bad motherfucker. But then life happened to me. Uh-oh. Junebug had to chime in on this one. I still say my favorite horror movie is The Omen. I honestly like it better than Exorcist. Wow. I like The Omen, but it's Exorcist all day with me.
Yeah.
First
me
two
too.
Omen were good, though.
The Omen was good, too, though.
That's why it's Juno 2000. Juno was born in 2000. You're 22. I am so jealous. I wish I was fucking 22. Wow. I was 22 in 95.
We just have to tell people we're younger. Just pick a different age. Nobody will know. How would anyone know?
I loved being a teenager throughout the 80s. It was fantastic. The 80s was a great fun time.
Yeah, it was. Yeah, it was.
So one thing I have against the Seattle scene But the music was good, yes, and the heavy metal bands they had got kind of out of control, and everybody was becoming like a copy of the good. But the music was fun, and they celebrated being alive and having sex and getting drunk and partying and fucking around.
Yeah. Yeah.
Seattle guys were kind of upset. They didn't want to fuck people and and hang out and party. They just wanted to do drugs and fucking fall over dead. That's basically what happened to them. And that sucks because they had a lot like oh shit. Let me think here. Chris Cornell from Soundgarden. Great singer and a great guy.
Yep.
And died way too young.
Yeah.
Singer of Alice in Chains. That was the first one I remember liking was Alice in Chains.
Right.
Because they were a Seattle band, but they were different than the other ones. They did not sound like the others.
Right.
They were heavier.
Yep.
Let's see. Animated movie I remember called Planet 51. It was about an astronaut who lands on an alien planet. The alien feels kind of resemble a xenomorph. You know, there's a young Bo. Oh, Bo. Oh, is a young Bo. I'll be 40 next month. I would even pick being 40, Sean.
40 is a good age. 40 is a good age.
When I turned 40, I hit my midlife crisis, and I was in that son of a bitch for years. That's why I first realized I turned 40, and I was like, man, I'm going to die one day. And it hit me. I didn't know that before then. It's like I just didn't let it register. I turned 40, and I was like, shit, one day I will die. Holy shit. I'm glad I got out of that. For about 7 years, I was like that. Just, it was just, that midlife crisis is a bitch, man.
Yeah. It's hard nowadays too, because it doesn't like when my parents were alive, they had the same job and then they got the pension and then they, and it's just not like that anymore. You have to make so many changes because things are just not, they don't stay the same all the time. So it's hard. And as you get older, it's even harder because, you hit that next decade, you hit 50, and you got to go through it again. It's hard. It's tough. Always respect your elders.
Definitely.
Young
Just
people.
like I said last time we were on here, I respect old people no matter what. If anybody's on this earth for 70, 80, 90 years, how can you not respect that?
Yeah, I know.
It's hard. It's hard to be here. Can you imagine being here for 80 years?
Yeah, no. But yeah, it is. And they have a lot of experience and knowledge too, so. Wisdom, yeah.
That's it. That's the one, yeah.
Wisdom.
Got a lot of intelligence. A lot of these younger people may be more intelligent than me, but I guarantee you, I got you on with for you young intelligent.
Yeah.
You may be more intelligent than me, but I mean, I'm not a stupid man, but no. I don't doubt at all that a lot of people are more intelligent than me and more skill and all this. But I am a wise motherfucker, man. I'm like one green shade away from a Yoda. I give myself that.
I will give you that too.
Junebug is 30.
30.
Slasher Fred. Oh, yes, Slasher Fred. Apollo 18 is a good one. Oh, here. Apollo 18. Check that one out, dude. That's a good one.
Oh, yeah. Oh, my God.
Yes, I completely agree with you, Fred. Fred's got good tape. First version you never seen, I have on VHS. Yeah, me too.
So long.
DVD. Only the difference I knew besides Pazuzu's face missing was Karis' dream background. I have some physical media news to talk about too tonight, but I'll wait until here a little bit later. Got some really cool shit to talk about for those of you who like to play. Love original horror classic. Me too. The Universal movies, the Hammer movies. I'm a big fan. I love those. I think Peter Cushing is like the coolest actor that ever lived. Christopher Lee is too. He's almost, but Cushing to me is my favorite. Don Pleasance too, and then you got people like Jack Palance, and the creepy good old like Vincent Price. Oh my God.
Yeah.
The man. Bela Lugosi, Boris Karloff, man, they're just brilliant motherfuckers, man. I didn't know there was a Backdraft too, man. I seen Backdraft. That was a good show. I didn't know there was Backdraft too. Who the hell played the main role in that? Because Kurt Russell did the original.
Kurt Russell, yeah.
The original one. I didn't know there was a sequel.
To Backdraft?
Yeah, that's what saying there. I don't think it really needed one, did it? That's my problem with sequels. a lot of, when you get a lot of sequels,
Yeah.
they're not necessary. If you shove a sequel into something that just doesn't need one at all, like the whole story was told in the first, it's done.
Right.
And you to the point to where you have to make a sequel to make up a new story.
Yep.
If there's no more story to tell, don't make a sequel. Don't bring up a whole new story for the sequel.
Right.
Because then it becomes a completely different film, a completely different universe.
Can't find it. Oh, well.
Are you a Hitchcock fan?
Hitchcock? Yeah, I've seen all those shows. Yeah, for sure. Yeah, totally.
Yeah. Have you seen Rope and let's see, there's a few good ones. See, I have a collection right here, and I figured you'd seen all the main ones, Rear Window and all that.
Yeah.
But let me move out some ones you might not have seen. How about The Trouble with Harry? Shadow of a Doubt. Rope is absolutely fucking entertaining. It's really good. Stars
Rope.
Yeah, it's basically a loose adaptation of the Leopold and Loeb. The people that abducted a boy in the 1920s and killed him, and murdered him, and they got caught, of course, and that's basically what that's based on. The Trouble with Harry is something you would never expect Hitchcock to do. It's not serious. It's but it flows really well. It's really good. It's got a very young Shirley MacLaine in it.
Right.
Like she was in her 20s.
Yeah.
Right now, they have got him, and they have got Burke, and of course he went down there and got the face hugger on him. They tried to cut it off, and that's when they found out it had acid blood. Right now, they're discussing what the hell's going on, what they're going to do.
In the movie,
there he goes, his right with the joint sticking out of his mouth. The face hugger came off by itself, and he says he's hungry. Now this one took the longest for the. Did you notice that as time went on with the Alien franchise? When the face hugger gets him, it's like less time before it bursts out. This one, it takes a while. I mean, he's sitting there having dinner and bullshit and everything before it does.
Yeah.
I wonder why. Well, hey, we got Phil in the chat. What's up, Phil? Thanks for coming through. Everybody, don't forget to give us that like. Really appreciate it. And leave comments, man. Leave us suggestions. Talk to us. Tell us. It says, either horror fans, somebody Phil here. No, thank you. I just want to say that I appreciate you doing these watch parties. It helps me to decide what's what. Hey, man, however it helps you out, you're welcome.
Yeah. I think these are so much more fun. Like, I think just talking about like doing reviews and talking are kind of not it as much anymore as doing these watch parties and watching along and hanging out and talking about it. I think this is so much more fun. Not that reviews are still important. We need to still do them, but I don't know.
People are starting to do this. I think in a way I have left my mark because I was the first one to really start shooting in on this. And I've been doing constantly now for months and months and months.
Yeah.
That's what I wanted to do. I wanted to revolutionize it and make it more fun. Because watch parties, the way they were so fucking boring. You sit there and you just watch a person do this. Ooh. Oh man, and it's like, dude, hang out.
Yeah.
Make it like you've all seen the movie 100 times. So you don't need to play by play. You don't need to look at it all the time. You just got to play in the background while you and your buddies are hanging out.
Yeah. Well, it's cool because we're from all over the world and we're hanging out watching a movie together. Like old school. I love it.
It's not like we could all fly in one place and just bullshit and hang out.
No. Yeah.
So this is the way we can do it. And this is the way we all are doing it.
Yeah.
I wanted to change it. And I noticed other people are starting to do that too.
Yeah.
That makes me feel good. That makes me feel good that other people are starting to do it this way now too.
Yeah.
That makes me feel like I've done something important. It's actually touched people and made them go, yeah. I mean, people a lot bigger than me are taking my example and doing it.
Yeah.
I couldn't get a better compliment from that.
Yeah. Sometimes I'll watch and you just want to get in on the conversation and stuff too. You're not even really watching the movie.
Yeah.
I've done that.
Here's the first ever chest burster. He busts out. He's checking him out. He like freaks out, and then he shoots across here,
Oh,
and
this
it's like
is
the way they have it, the way the technology was then. And he shoots across the table. It's as if he's got a little tiny feet on, kind of like Marvin the Martian.
yeah.
You know when he walks, his feet move real fucking fast.
Yeah. This is like the best scene. Like this freaked me out so much when I saw it back in the day.
You can hear a chick holler in the background. She, oh God, that's her actual real reaction because when it burst, all the blood hit him right in the face, and she was like, that reaction from them is their actual reaction.
You're saying you can hear it on mine?
Well, no, you can just hear it in the movie. You can hear their, when it burst, you can hear it. Oh God, that's her actual reaction because it hit her right in the face.
Yeah. Okay. Gotcha.
Same thing in The Exorcist with the pea soup part when she hits him in the face with it.
Yeah.
They weren't supposed to hit him in the face. They're supposed to hit him in the chest. And they hit him right in the fucking face. So that reaction, when he's wiping out his eyes and shit, he looks pissed. He is pissed.
He was pissed. Yeah. Yeah.
That shit hit him right in the mouth and in the face. He said, "Got it on his mouth and shit."
Yeah, and it was so cold and everything too. So.
Oh yeah, I watch behind the scenes shit on Exorcist a lot. That we could have a conversation about that forever, since we both know it so well, and I'm sure everybody else here does too.
Yeah.
Because they didn't tell you anything about it for years, but once they started coming out with the big, the really good box sets of it and shit, and everybody watched those documentaries.
Yeah.
Everybody wanted to know about The Exorcist.
Right. In 2 weeks, on my Saturday night watch party, I'm hanging out with a friend of mine that is an expert on Exorcist stuff, like ridiculously so. And we're going to hang out together and watch this film that he suggested. It's called Satan, and it's a Turkish film from 1974, I think. And it's like a copy of The Exorcist, like bit for bit, but it's different. I'm really excited to do that. Talk about that.
Behind the Door was one too. That's another one we can check out.
Beyond the Door, I did, yeah. Hobbs told me about that one.
Yeah, that's got a really creepy fucking part in it. When she's later and she turns her face around and smiling.
It's so creepy. Yeah, the possession scenes are so well done in that movie.
Yeah, and it is a copy of it, but at the same time it's different. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
They copied it. They got the idea from it, but they.
It's not. Yeah, they got sued. It's ridiculous. It's not. I mean, yeah, they do the pea soup thing throughout, but yeah, I think that's ridiculous.
They made it their own.
Yeah, absolutely. But remember back then, everybody sued everybody for everything. You couldn't copy anything. Like all the fast food chains couldn't copy, anything because they had the patent on that, and then it changed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We've been. Let me see. Let me get a timestamp here. We are almost exactly an hour in. About halfway done here, and poor guy died. They had work at shoot out there, and shit's about to hit the fan here on Alien, guys.
Yeah.
Actors didn't know what was going to happen, so their fear and scare reaction is real. Yes, they did not expect that blood to hit them like that. So when they all jump back, it's the same thing as what happened in Exorcist.
Yeah,
it's good when directors do that kind of shit because you get a real reaction.
Yeah,
like I would love to talk to your friend about The Exorcist because I know a damn lot too, and I've studied it for years. Like
it's called his channel's Exorcist_reviews.
I think I've seen him. Yeah.
Yeah, really in depth stuff. It's really cool. Yeah, I'm excited to talk to him too because he just knows everything. He's just like stuff that I would never even dream. I know he knows.
I'd love to hook up and talk to him sometimes and compare what we know. Maybe I can actually learn something that I don't know because I know a shitload about that.
Yeah,
it's always cool to do. Nobody can know everything, so it's good for two people that know a lot to talk and exchange shit they know. It's cool to watch their expressions when they go, "Oh, I didn't know that part."
Yeah, and that's all he does. Like I try to ask if he's going to watch other things. He's like, no, that's all I do. Okay.
Damn. Well, hey, if you're gonna pick one, that's a good one to do that with.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
I hate how some of the younger generation gives a shit. Talks about how it's not scary and how they laughed at it and all this, and it's like, man, you gotta think of when this came out, man. I don't give a fuck. It's still a fucked up concept. It's still got, to me, it still holds chill.
Yeah.
Certain things have always fucked with me and still do now, and I don't scare with movies.
Well, and I don't know how you can't appreciate it for all that went into it. You know, they're
Yes.
not using computers to just make things happen. It was completely different. The fact that he dropped the temperature down, you know, below 0 and that you could actually see their breath was real. I mean, that right there is incredible. People got injured, you know?
Oh yeah.
Um,
Oh, yeah. Friedkin's a nut, man. He shot a
yeah,
real shotgun beside Jason Miller's head to
yeah,
get that reaction, like the phone ringing. He
yeah,
slapped the shit out of that priest to get a real upset reaction when Carrot dies.
yeah.
He fucked up Ellen Burstyn and Linda Blair's back.
Backs, yeah,
He told him to pull harder on her when he promised that he wouldn't. Now,
yeah.
Linda Blair's was a little different. Her thing came loose,
The
and when she
strap,
put
yeah,
him down, it smacked her on her back.
yeah,
That's what happened to her.
yeah,
He babied her. He loved her.
yeah.
She came in. Oh my God, that is stuck in part of me too. She came in and she told him what it was about. You know, when he was getting an auditioner, because he
Yep.
insisted. Because everybody else was like, maybe we should get an 18-year-old with the subject matter. He's like, no, I want a younger girl. She came in. She had already read it. She knew what sex was. She knew what masturbation was. You know, because he talked to her about the masturbation scene. And he's like, you know what she's doing here? And she's like, yeah, she's masturbating. He's like, oh, do you masturbate? She's like, oh yeah, doesn't everybody?
I
That's what
didn't
she
know
said.
that.
Well, yeah. She's like, well, yeah, doesn't everybody?
Yeah. She was so great in that film, like, yeah, so amazing.
Yeah. I was like, wow. I thought it was funny. I'd like to have been in that room when freaking asked this 13-year-old girl if she masturbated. It's like, why the fuck you ask her that? That's a little odd. These days, people would take that a little funny. But he's a fucking maniac. I think he's one of my favorite people in all of horror and all of film to listen to talk. Is William Friedkin. It's
I would
fantastic.
love to interview him so bad.
Like, where is that? Here it is. Leap of Faith. This is a fantastic extra, and it's all him talking about all of it. And he is
All
so
of it.
cool to listen to. He is
Yeah,
so cool.
really cool. Yeah.
He's interesting as hell. And the way he tells it, you can tell he's a very intelligent.
Yep.
Enjoy Hostel. I enjoyed their stuff. I didn't care, but I'm glad to see Hernandez plays Pac-Man, badass killing bad guys. Not a movie. I loved the original Cabin Fever. I thought it was fantastic. Hostel is fun. But yeah, definitely that's what people nowadays and back then named it torture porn. So when I die, make sure to wrap me up like a mummy, and shoot my body into space. All right, man. We'll shoot you, maybe run into birds.
Yeah.
Be like, what's up? Yeah, I got killed too on the face burster. Little song. Yeah. See, it fucks up because it does me all the way back, and then I gotta find my spot again.
Is it jumping around the chat?
Well, yeah, and when I take my finger and I scroll it up,
Yeah.
sometimes it'll stop and it'll click out and it'll jump me back several measures.
Yeah.
Fucking thing.
Yeah. StreamYard's been strange. A bit of Steve's.
I'm gonna pick it up and put it on the ground, and I'm gonna dance on it.
Steve's sorry.
Well, yeah, I'm gonna do a Mexican hat dance on this fucking phone. Seriously, it's gonna be the one, the full song.
It's not as bad as today, me doing my interview and I froze the whole time practically.
The most irritating interview I ever did was with Tony from Horror in College. I don't know if you ever watched Horror in College before. He is a great guy. I interviewed him about a year and a half ago, and something was screwed up the whole time. Everything I said,
Yeah.
said it twice.
Yeah, the echoes. Oh yeah.
I can hardly even
there too.
concentrate. I can hardly even concentrate, right? Because right after I asked him a question and he started talking, you'd hear me ask it again.
Yep.
And it pissed me off because I really wanted to interview him because he was one that I admired his collection, long before I ever did this. I really wanted to hear him talk. He hasn't done anything in months. For some reason, he left me.
Oh, okay.
Tony did. Yeah, if you haven't seen his channel, it's Horror in College. TOJ.
Okay. Yep. I think I have. Yep. Yep.
He's a guy from Britain, I do believe, but pretty sure.
Okay.
An official movie called The Real Story The Exorcist is based on. Yeah, that was 1940 story about a 12-year-old boy. The Exorcist will always be an effective classic. I wish they wouldn't fucking with it and bringing out a new one this October. But speaking of that, I got really good news about The Exorcist. I mean, September, October. If you collect, the alternate ending is just make Paxton and Knepper like the actual ending better. That way, the guy at the end is satisfying. Leap of Faith is great. Yes, it is. You know, and this is the way I don't go. This is why I don't go to space. Absolutely. Here's the part. This is why I climb brain. It's very Dean Stanton.
Oh, yeah.
He's Brett in this. He's looking at the kitty cat. Hey, kitty, kitty. This is when we first see the alien, guys. And this cat is hiding. It's a smart cat. This cat is like, he's like, come here. He's like, fuck you, man. I'm staying right here. I'm good.
Yeah.
Don't you see that damn thing up there? You see the tail drop. You see it drop down there. Is when you first see it. Now, in the original cut of this, the way the technology was, you couldn't see him as good. But now that they brought it up to 4K scans and shit, you can see it really well.
Yeah.
And that cat is like, fuck off. I'm gonna stay right over here, dude. Sorry about your luck. He is in such shock seeing it. He'd stop and he was like, you know what to do, what to say.
Yeah.
He's like, what the hell is that? And this cat, you see this cat just going, just calmly going, yeah, there it was. I liked you, man. You were a good guy. This who played my the yellow Power Ranger Galaxy. Yeah, I've never seen any of the Power Rangers either. It's like more than a Blair Witch Project. Oh well, yeah. That's easy, yeah. The Exorcist over Blair Witch, hell yeah. Any day. Horror and Toys is the music and action. Yeah, Sean. Tony's his name's Tony. I don't know if you guys know, but he's been gone for a few months now. He said something on his last video that he's going to be away. Well, no, he didn't. I talked to him on Messenger because I asked him because we were supposed to redo that interview, and I used to talk to him all the time. And I got to send him a message. That's when he told me that he's done. I hate to see people go like that. It's been around for a long time.
Yeah, but it's hard. YouTube's kind of a hard lifestyle to keep up with too. So things happen, or people just decide they don't want to do it.
Do you know I'm talking about Tony? His name is Tony, and he's a guy from Britain, and his channel was called. Here, I'll write it down. See if you can read. Can you read what I wrote here? Hopefully, don't fuck it up. There.
Horror in Touch. I'm pretty sure I was following him before. Pretty sure.
That's who it is. He's a really nice guy. He's got a great collection. He's been doing videos for years. He hasn't done anything about 3 or 4 months now. As far as I don't know if this is a horror movie, one of the underrated movies I've seen. First one is new gang members who are terrorized by a mysterious car driver. No. The Wraith. Oh, the Wraith is one I have been meaning to revisit. The classic. The Wraith. You remember the Wraith, Karen?
The Wraith. I think I do.
With Charlie Sheen back in the mid-late 80s. Love the car. The original car was great. Yes.
Oh yeah, yep. I remember that one.
Gino says, "Does Karen have the Exorcist novel? It's more disturbing and explicit than the film." I have it.
I don't, and I wish I did. I'd love the original. My sister and my mom used to always read all the books, and didn't save anything back then. But I have the original. Jaws is the only thing that I have. In my building, someone was doing the book exchange thing and left it there, and I was like, keeping that. But no, I wish I did.
I do have The Exorcist. I have Rocky 2. I have The Fog. I have Scanners, and I have Halloween, the original Halloween album. Now, The Exorcist is disturbing. The masturbation scene in the book, with the cross, it goes on wild. It describes it. How she's talking, oh, my sweet cow, and all this kind of stuff. He's making her do it, and he's saying that stuff to her in it. It's fucking, it's fucked up.
Well, there's a lot of those movies. I didn't want to watch till I was in my 20s because I was so scared because the books just sounded so horrifying. So, yeah, I believe it. But
He
no,
felt
if
the
I
killer.
could get it.
It describes it. I mean, it's fucking
Yeah.
cool.
Yeah.
It says best friend video released the Wraith on Blu-ray last summer. Yeah, it's not for the moon now. And it says it's like the Batmobile. Crucifixion scene is more explicit in the novel than it was shown in the movie. Oh, absolutely. Amazing how much more. I mean, it's more than just doing Jesus. You know what I mean? It's more than that. She's actually masturbating.
But I'd like to, Juno, I'd like to get an original copy of that from back when, not a reprint.
I have an original copy. It's missing its cover, but it has the spine, and it is an original copy, and it's got every page. So
did you have that from way back when, or did you find it?
it was my mom's.
That's special. Yeah.
It's the purple cover with where
Oh yes, yep, yeah. That's what I remember. Yeah.
With the girl that's kind of blurry. You kind of see a girl's face and it's blurry. Yep,
yeah.
That's it.
And it was the books back then were the right size. They were just perfect to read, not like now.
A Halloween novel goes for $200-300 one item.
Oh, yeah. Wish I had those still.
Well, they just reprint and put it out so people can have it, so that scalpers can't do that shit. I hate scalpers. I cannot stand people that go on there and rip off their fellow collectors like that.
Yeah.
This is me off, man. You paid $10 for it, and now, okay, so on the market, it's worth a couple $100, and now you're asking $250, $300 for it. You greedy son of a bitch.
Yeah.
I hate greed. I hate greedy people.
Yeah.
I remember when Tony from Horror and Taj sold his movie collection. Absolutely, he sold them all and started over. He had like 2,000 of boutique label movies that Tony did. The guy I was talking about, and at one time he sold them all to one guy. And then a month later, with that money, he started his collection over. I completely get it. He got to a point where he had everything he ever wanted, pretty much, basically, and he was bored.
Right.
The thrill of chasing them down, the thrill of getting them and finding them and all this was gone. And he wanted it. So that's what he did.
Crazy.
Second time around, he got different editions,
Hope he got a good amount for it, for the collection.
I can't remember what he told me. I think he told me $30,000, $40,000. Because I started asking him. I have it on my interview. It's on my playlist. My interview with him is. It's called. I think it's called the Compulsive Collector.
Right.
Maybe playlist. I interviewed like 5 people.
Yeah. Do you have everything cataloged?
Yeah, I got tons of playlists of everything I've ever done.
Okay. Oh, not that, your collection, your physical media collection. Do you have that cataloged?
No.
That would be interesting to do.
That would take forever. I'm going to go with video, and I'm going to go through everything. So when I do, everybody will be able to finally see everything I have.
Right.
I collect tons of different things, and I got a lot of shit. So everybody should be entertained for quite a while on that.
Yeah.
And it's crazy to think for people who got tons more than me, because damn, they obviously have a lot more money than me. This novel is on Amazon, the hardcover paperback. I have paperback. Book of the Exorcist. Honestly, I think more terrifying than all. Absolutely. Books terrify me when I was younger, but now books. I read The Exorcist when I was like 10. I read Halloween when I was 9. Just makes me tired. But I still occasionally will read a book. I finally read Stephen King's It last winter. Stephen King is all right, but I don't want to say he's overrated because he's not. But the thing about Stephen King is it takes him so long sometimes to get into shit because he describes every little tiny thing.
Yeah.
A stain that's on somebody's underwear and why and how it got there. You know what I mean? Just the little tiniest little details. Sometimes it's a little unnecessary, I think. That's my only critique of Stephen King. Sometimes it takes him too long to get into it.
Right.
But, can't deny his track record. Tom Skerritt's gone. Dallas just right there. And he was looking for him, turned around, and he fucked him up. Now they're pretty. I love what she just said, balling. She balls throughout the whole second half of this movie. She's really good. She cries in. She's also in the 1979 remake of Invasion of the Body Snatchers. She cries a lot in it too.
Yeah.
She's Jeff Goldblum's wife.
Oh, yeah?
Goldblum's great in it. Goldblum is always Jeff Goldblum. Have you ever noticed that?
He's my favorite actor.
He is always Jeff Goldblum. He's always that weird guy that is real smart. You know what I mean?
Yep. I love him so much. I always wanted to meet him to go and like hang out where he's playing jazz, you know? But
He's
yeah.
really an odd guy. Did you ever see The Big Chill with him in it?
Yep.
He's fantastic in that, isn't he?
Yeah.
The Big Chill's a damn good movie.
Yep.
Yeah, you can tell we're a little older because we know and admire a lot of the same movies, you know?
Yeah, it's the age thing.
You was born during the Summer of Love, the year you had the Summer of Love, right? 1968?
Yeah, yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
You're a Summer of Love child. Well, a year of that year had Summer of Love. I'll put it that way.
Yep.
Man, great cars, great music. Holy shit!
Yeah.
That was before Joplin and Morrison and all them died. Hendrix was still alive.
Yeah. It's so weird because I was a kid back then, but yeah, I'm stuck in that decade.
Yeah.
You know, I appreciate the 80s. I get it. I understand, you know, but yeah, that for me just is everything. Everything that came out of there. For sure. Because I had an older brother. When I was in grade school, he was in university. So I'd hang out with him quite a bit, and he'd take me as a kid to the university. You know, we'd go watch, like, he'd bring me into the R-rated movies and stuff and say, don't tell mom. I remember one time him taking me, we hitchhiked home. It was an old couple, so it was safe. And I don't recommend anybody do that nowadays. But we did when I was little. And so I'm just stuck in that time period. And I wanted life to be that way when I got older. And then, you know, it's not. So.
But you got to be old enough to enjoy the 70s. And that's fucking cool, too. Because the 70s were badass.
Yeah.
My favorite decade. I wish I'd have been older. If I'd been 10 years older in the 70s, like the age I was in the 80s, oh my God.
Yeah. Fun times.
It's like a completely different world, man.
Yo, 100%. Yeah. Yeah.
It's like we woke up one day and we wasn't in a place that was nearly as cool.
No.
There's all these one word things for everything. There's counterculture and there's this and that. And there's the woke. The woke was a great idea when it began, but it turned into some crazy shit, man.
Yeah.
You know, it's like, you know, like Scientology, you know, it's swear that the earth is flat. All that just pulls me away.
Yeah.
Because I grew up being taught that it wasn't flat. So to listen to them explain to me why it is just mind boggling.
Yeah.
Yeah, she also cried a lot when she was in the Bird. Yeah, she did. She was like 10 years old in the Bird, so she's been in a lot of shit. One story where the bride accidentally gets locked in a box with one story that always stuck with me. Some scary stories. Yeah. Junebug. Has anyone ever heard Leon Hendrix, Jimi Hendrix's brother? No. Nope.
No.
I remember my teachers reading some scary story stuff. Those stories. You know, my favorite teachers was not the ones that went through. I had a teacher named Mr. Wendell, and he taught history. And I was in like 8th grade. This man never, ever went to the chalkboard. He never even got his desk. The only thing he come, when the class started, he'd sit on the front of his desk, on the desk in front of us, and just tell us stories about history. And it was so interesting that way.
Oh, you're lucky because I fell asleep in my history classes. I had teachers that did not want to be there. This is boring as heck, but
he told that shit like
fun.
it was so interesting.
Yep. Well, he was passionate about teaching, obviously.
My favorite class I ever had. My favorite teacher. He was so
you're lucky.
I got straight A's that year. The only year I ever got straight A's in history was that.
Cool.
He was so good. Like, he didn't move. He just talked about it. He explained it. All this shit is so boring. He made it seem so cool.
Yep. Yeah, you're lucky.
Yeah, I was born during 73 when Nixon was president and Watergate ship was going.
Right.
I'm a Watergate kid. Yeah, your teacher is everything in your learning.
Yeah.
You get a teacher that doesn't give a fuck about it and doesn't have passion for it or anything like that.
Yeah.
You're not gonna get nearly as good of an education from it.
No. Yeah. I had really good English teachers. I was lucky that way. And so I think that's very cool. And I'm really proud that my daughter's very into English and writing and poetry and that kind of thing. That's something that's very cool. But
yeah,
not everybody's like that. Some people are just teaching just to get a paycheck. So
yeah. He's got some shitty teachers that I would like to just sit down and explain some shit to. But you just can't do that like you used to. You can't go to somebody and tell them what the fuck's up anymore. You can't.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ, splashing a drink on somebody is a felony assault.
Yeah.
Like, what the hell? If you put your hand on somebody at all, they can call it assault.
Yeah.
I remember back when I was younger, if me and a dude had a problem with each other, we just fucking had a fight and we took care of it and that was it. Now you do that shit, and especially if you're in the presence of any kind of a minor anywhere close, you get felony because, blah, 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 felony assault in the presence of a minor.
Yeah, it's crazy. Do you know what I had happen today that made me sick? And I don't know for sure who it was, but there's a guy in the apartment I'm in, and I'm pretty sure he's the one that complained. Probably a young guy, the mom that's across the hall, or the mom with a baby and a toddler, baby's crying, was bothering him. I was like,
and he complained.
It's a child. She actually got called out by someone from the management team or whatever went and knocked on the door, and I went out there and I shot my mouth off a little. I didn't swear or anything, but I was like, it's a baby.
Yeah.
Tell the dude go buy a house and go live out in the country. I was really choked by that. I was very upset today.
If you're that much of an asshole that wants that much quiet and you complain about all these little things that can't be helped and you're complaining about the cry of a little baby, maybe you shouldn't be in an apartment.
No, it's an apartment. There's going to be noise. Go
like
buy a house.
Being downstairs neighbor and up above you is toddlers and you're complaining because they're running around. What do you think they're going to do?
Yeah, they're kids. Yeah. Well, what's a baby going to do? A baby has to cry to communicate. Like, you try not talking for the day so that you don't bother anybody. Like, come on.
You're gonna make a formal complaint on like a 1-year-old running around playing upstairs. You accepted it downstairs apartment. You knew there was a chance of that. What were you gonna do? Say, I'm sorry, but you can't play anymore. You can't run around and play in your room. You just have to sit here all the time.
Yeah. But it's just funny nowadays how the stuff people do, and you're right, complain and say, and you can't do anything now. It's just like, crazy. It's a different world. So respect your elders.
Right. Yet you chose to live in an apartment, you asshole. And now you're gonna actually have the balls to complain about this shit. It's a baby, motherfucker. That's the only way they had to let you know something's wrong.
Yeah. It doesn't bother me. I'm right across the hall. It doesn't bother me at all. I hear it. It's kind of nice actually to hear the odd cry and stuff. It's like, oh, it's the baby, cute, Anyway.
Crying. Wah, I'm hungry. Wah, my butt's wet. Wah, that's all they let you know.
Yeah, exactly.
You know, like, pardon me, but I need my diaper change.
Yeah.
Excuse me, but can we eat something soon? I'm very hungry. They're not going to do that. They can't do that.
No, they can't. Should tell that guy to go move back into your parents' basement.
Mother, pardon me, but I have shit in my diaper.
Yeah.
Pardon me, I don't mean to bother you. Stupid people, man. Assholes.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah. I didn't swear, though. I was restrained, but I did say something because I was like, no, I'm sorry. I'm a mom, too, and that would really bother me if you said that to me, so.
Pissed me the fuck. I was like, excuse me, motherfucker. What's wrong with you?
Yeah.
You're really that much of a dick?
Yeah.
I just call them what they are,
Yeah.
So I had some cool teachers who care, but I had teachers that give out prizes to everybody. That's always cool, little things doing that.
Yeah.
My son has a teacher that when he has like a problem at home or some kind of personal problem, he'll come in and he'll spend one whole class talking to them and just being personal with them and and just explaining. And I think that's kind of cool as long as it's about the right shit. You don't want to tell them too much about your personal stuff because they just don't need to know that shit.
Right.
But if you do it right, that's really cool. Then you become personable with them and they respect you If they respect you, they're going to listen more in your class. They're going to learn more in your class.
Yeah, and they're going to be inspired to be amazing like adults, I think.
Yeah, that is all good. If he's doing it right and still, teaching them and shit, that is a great thing to do.
Yeah.
Mike Tyson said it best. The biggest problem with social media, everybody can say what they want and not worried about getting punched in the face for saying something stupid.
Yeah.
Yeah, because you're like 1,000 miles away giving your opinion. Sometimes it gets carried away, though. You know what I mean? People just got these trolls that stick their face in there and want to criticize every little thing you do like they're fucking perfect.
Yeah.
Social media, it can be very toxic, too.
Yeah. I think sometimes people need to take a break and get off the computer and go for a walk or something, too.
Go outside. Have your kids go. Get them off the damn games and the computer. Have them go outside and play. We went outside and played.
Yeah. Yeah.
In the summertime, I'd go outside and I wouldn't go. In the summer days, seemed like they lasted forever. And I would go back in until it started getting dark. I would go back home.
Yeah, I remember those days playing hide and seek and stuff.
Yeah, they seemed like it lasted one day seemed like it lasted a week.
Yeah.
Jamie Hart said she was the most So what exactly so is Jamie going to be on the show with you guys? I mean, how far along are you? I mean, what kind of information can you give us?
Okay, so this is this was like on a whim when Katie was on my live and just
like, yeah, I caught
together.
I caught some of it, yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, me and Jamie and Katie so far. Maybe Nanette, but I'm not sure about that yet. And yeah, we're gonna just girls night, hanging out.
That's pretty cool. That's pretty cool.
Like, yeah, because there's not as many girl teams that get together and do that kind of thing. So kind of like Final Girls, I guess. But yeah, we're gonna hang out. We're gonna do a watch along of Evil Dead 2, and yeah, just talk and hang out. And I've never been like on live with Jamie before, so we'll get to meet her for the first time. So I'm very excited about that. And Katie's always super fun, you know. It'll be fun. But yeah, that's as far as we got.
Sounds good, yeah.
Yeah. We might bounce around. Maybe we'll go to each other's channels, or I don't know. Not really sure. No plans yet. Yep.
Nice. It's a nice opening concept, though.
Yeah. Yeah, I think so.
I'm doing the basement. It's awesome, Jamie. You got to take advantage of those Criterion sales. Yeah. Jamie's a collector too of the boutique labels, I think, somewhat.
Cool.
Yeah, what kind of stuff are you for things? Jamie says, yeah, I have a few lunch movies. I don't know what her. This Marianne, I just met her and she just started coming around, but she seems really cool too.
Cool. Wow.
Criterion, Marianne, is a boutique label that puts out Blu-rays and 4Ks now. Before that, it was DVDs. They're like Screen Factory and Arrow and all of them, except for they put out more classic type movies. A lot of shit. A lot of horror fans haven't heard of. It's not a horror label.
I'm still learning too, so
I think Scream 2 it would have been better if it was Billy's dad to have Mitch play as Billy's dad. It would have been cool to see Horace Finger as Billy's dad. Sean says I still need to get Lost Highway and Blue Velvet. Yeah, those are Criterion. Blue Velvet's a good one. I'm gonna get Cronenberg's Naked Lunch too. Jimmy says Marion movie Fear and Loathing in Las Vegas. That's a weird show. Sounds of Lambs, Days Confused, and told them long. She must be telling her what she has on her. Criterion's movie label. Sean's movie label that releases a lot of classic movies. Exactly like I said. I missed the past when we didn't have social media and hanging out with our friends more. Yes, in person hanging out.
Yeah.
Now, if you're 1 mile from somebody, it's just like
yeah.
Just not as much of being personable, you know what I mean? I got kind of lost in that when this shit started happening. That's why I pulled away and got my social disease. That's why I got my agoraphobia.
Right.
Kino Lover. She has Kino Lover's Lost Highway. Blue Velvet Criterion. Yeah. You know, says I grew up on a farm in Kansas. Yeah. You was telling us that before. Nowhere sometimes the TV did not work, so you had to go outside. Yeah. That was fun, man. I missed when you could hang out at the mall or Blockbuster. Yes, thank you. Hanging out at the mall on the weekends with friends. Oh my God. Or meeting at Burger King parking lot. Or like here, like where I grew up, we had big huge park.
Yeah.
And then they started running south where it closed at 9 and we couldn't be there and shit. I was like, come on. Subscribe, so I'm subscribed to your channel, Jamie. Jamie says, thanks, Juno. Pulling people together. See, I've been dealing with Juno for quite a while and I've been Jamie here and there. It's cool to have all of them connect with each other like that.
Yeah. Everybody
has to subscribe to everybody. You have to at least watch a couple of videos and comment on them so YouTube will register your subscription. Or you look tomorrow night and you won't be subscribed anymore, I promise you. If you don't watch a couple of the videos and comment on them.
Speaking of which, you said last time we were on a live that you were never going to hit 300, and you did.
Yeah.
Yay.
And while we were on there, you hit 500. I love that. That set the tone for the whole damn thing. You were giddy the whole night after that.
I didn't think it would happen either.
That's the first thing they said in the chat. That was great. The first thing said in the chat is, hey, she did 500. So that was really cool.
Yeah, that was fun. That was a moment.
But whoever did that, thank you. Because that was a perfect way to start.
Yeah.
Now on, I want the first message to be something really cool like that. If anything's going cool like that, whatever, let us know. Tell us something really cool to get us started off.
Yeah.
It was. I want to start thinking about different people to have for that 10, 15 minutes and stuff to make it really cool. I got so many ideas. I just got the last week. We only been talking about this for a week, but I didn't have really time to set it up. And I'm doing so many other things that it's just like I got so much going on.
Yeah.
But you guys will see the different stuff that I want to start bringing into this. And this can be a really killer show. There she is trying. Yeah, the Veronica Cartwright character was transgender to begin with. She was born a man.
Oh.
So that here's some trivia. Jimmy says, I was at the mall every weekend. That's how I saw the movies made. Oh man, we did everything at the mall. We meet there about 6 p.m. and then we go from there to everywhere. Cruise around and shit.
Yeah.
Man.
Now you get kicked out because you're not shopping.
Yeah, I remember when they banned us from the mall.
Yeah.
Like it's like, how do you ban us from the mall?
Yeah.
How do you tell teenagers they can't go to the mall at 7 p.m. on Friday night?
Yep.
That's bullshit. That's a violation of your rights.
Yeah.
You can't tell me, especially if I'm going there and I'm going to shop and I'm buying something, you can't tell me I can't go there. So we said fuck you, and it caused problems for us. My generation was the fuck you generation. we were the headbangers. We were the heavy metal people. When I was young, I had that anymore. Like this long ass blonde hair with holes in my jeans and my snakeskin cowboy boots and my biker jacket and rings all over my fingers. And you know what I mean? That's what I was.
Yep, that was me too. Headbanger. Yep, roller rink. That's where we used to hang out.
Yeah, that was early here too. We did that too.
Yep.
It's so much fucking fun. I love it. Can't wait to just get a 4K. I'm going to be talking about that, as a matter of fact. I'm afraid there's no quality control or error. And I have pictures next week that I'll show you what it looks like. They're on release.
I can't wait for that.
50th anniversary. Yep. They was going to do it last year, but they decided to wait for this year because it's 50th anniversary. And it comes out in September, October. But and next week I will show you pictures. It looks fantastic.
I can't wait.
Doesn't even mess up. Like, they better not fuck up the extras. If they have a good scan, no problems, because it's like 3 or 4 discs, and it's got a big ass book and a special gift and everything. This bigger label does. Yeah. Yes. I'm excited to talk about it. I'm going to be telling people about a couple of the boutique labels like we were talking about that aren't talked about as much. They're a little more expensive, but they're not talked about as much, and they put out quality shit, and it's limited and all that. So I'm going to, when it happens and they announce when the pre-order is going to be, I'm going to let everybody know live when it's going to be, so they can be right there. Because there's only going to be like 300 each of this particular edition. Right. And it's going to be 4 different covers.
Oh, wow.
4 different variants of it. Yep. I'll take credit for being her 50th or 500th. Was you her 500th, Junebug? I either way Junebug's going to say was. So we'll just consider Junebug 50. you're 500.
Oh,
He
I don't know.
Junebug said it's definitely him. So okay,
Aw, thank
fine.
you.
For now on, you're the 500s, Junebug, because there's no way to know. We have no idea. So fuck it, you're 500.
That's very cool.
Fuck it, I will take. I was somewhere around four something. I'm not sure how long we've been subbed to each other. When did you sub to me? Has it
It's
been
been a
lately?
while. No,
Oh,
I think
okay.
it's been a while, right?
Now,
I
didn't
don't
I see you in the
remember.
chat once back too?
I
Did you
think
jump in?
I think we were. I just haven't. I recently went into your chat on that movie, but I'm pretty sure I was subbed for quite a while. So
What was that movie?
how did I? I don't even know how
It was
I
like 2 weeks
found
ago
your
or something like
channel.
that. And then we ended up talking all night.
Oh
You ended up,
yeah, yeah. It
it
was
was me,
super
you, and
late.
several other people. Yeah. Me, you, and several other people just bullshit about anything and everything.
I can't remember what movie it was even.
Me
For me, it
neither.
wasn't as late, but for you, it was really late. And you were shocked someone was on there because it was so late at night.
I love it. Yeah, it was one of the ones I did like 2 o'clock in the morning or something.
Yep.
I love it when
Fun.
people get in and they start talking to me and asking me shit, and we're talking like we're actually in the same place. I love that shit.
Yeah, that was
That
fun.
gets that gets me jacked up, man, and I can go all night like that.
Yeah, that
I'm
was
a
fun.
I'm a Gabby son bitch. If you get talking about
Not
this and
you.
everything, people would think that's weird because if we were in person, it probably wouldn't be like that.
No?
Probably not because of my social disease. This way, we're not in the
Right.
same place, but yet I can still see. I can still talk.
Yeah,
I
more
suffered
comfortable.
bad agoraphobia. Like I was telling you guys, there was a period of 2 years where I was in my house. I didn't come out of my house for 2 straight.
Right.
I become very ill and very sick over stuff happening to me in my life, and I just
Right.
turned. I couldn't leave. I had that much food brought to me and everything.
Yep.
I'm on the mend though, as you can tell,
Yeah, it's good.
somewhat.
Yep.
Use theory video on that. Yeah, yeah. Oh yeah. Gino was talking about theory video on YouTube on the sexual abuse. Yeah, they did that on The Shining too. Theory on Brooke Dennings and Ray. I always talk about the Exorcist. In the Exorcist, yes, yes, exactly. Rob Ager, yeah, he talks about that theory. I get theory is bullshit. Reagan, I don't think Reagan was sexually abused at all. Her problem was she heard her mother going, "Oh fuck him, he just doesn't give a damn." You remember when she has her birthday
Yep.
and her dad
Yep.
getting cold, and she's
Yep.
hollering over there, and you can see Reagan on the other side of the wall listening. That is
Yeah.
so not good for her to be saying her. He just doesn't give a shit. She was
Yep.
so wrong in doing that. That put her in a fucked up position. It put her in a vulnerable position, and that's how
Yep.
Pazuzu was able to possess her.
Yep.
She was
Yeah. No,
alone a
I
lot.
agree with that.
Her mom was making that movie. Her dad, she felt abandoned by her dad. She was
Yeah.
alone a lot.
Yep.
To the point to where he named himself Captain Howdy, and that's how he took her.
Yeah.
Because she was
Yeah.
hurt, she had
Yeah.
big abandonment, even from her mom. She loved her mom. Her mom was a good mom, but she was never there.
Yeah. And I got the feeling, and maybe it's just from my own experience, that she didn't really care that her dad wasn't there, and she was more upset about them fighting about it and making her feel bad that she was the reason they were going through all that. Anyway, that's the
Yeah,
impression I got.
yeah. If they was to dig into that whole thing with her dad and everything, I don't think it'd be sexual abuse. I think Rob Baker is wrong about that. But
Yeah.
there was huge abandonment issues.
Yeah. Yeah.
Hey, Steele, how you doing, man? Hey, let's
Hey, Steele.
let's go and get Steele. Me and him did movies together. Did these together every other Tuesday for like months. We did a lot of good shit.
Cool.
Got to bring him in and have talks with him and stuff. He's
Yep.
a definitely a guy who will say how he feels. Good,
Right.
solid dude. Solid, good. The people that I associated with when I first made my channel, if I'm still associating with them, they're solid because I don't fuck around with people that aren't.
Yeah. I totally agree with that. Yeah.
There is a few. Like I said, I will have integrity and I won't mention them, but there is a few that I found. Unfortunately, you're going to. YouTube's just like anything else. Just like people in your life. Some of them are shady motherfuckers. All right. It's hard to keep the right people in your life no matter what you're doing.
Yeah.
because you get the bad ones trying to inch their way in there and see what they can get, you know?
Yeah. And they're smooth too.
Oh, yeah.
Sometimes.
The worst enemies are the ones that come disguised as your best friend.
Yep. Learning that. Yep.
But still, unfortunately, you have to learn. That's part of the wisdom we was talking about.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, that's a painful thing. I dealt with that for years, and that's part of what fucked me up.
Yeah.
That, my daughter dying, and all that kind of stuff.
Right.
Because losing a child is the most unnatural thing a parent can never have.
Yeah.
It's just not supposed to be that.
Yep.
It fucks up the order of the way things go. They're supposed to bury us. You know, they're supposed to have to say goodbye to us.
Yeah.
We're not supposed to give birth to them or whatever and watch them go.
Yeah.
We're supposed to leave everything to them.
Yeah.
Watching them be buried is fucked up.
Yeah.
Yeah, but the last 20 minutes we were an hour and 42 in. We go an hour and 56. Depending on what Karen wants to do, I will probably sit here and bullshit y'all for a while still. For a few minutes anyway. Anyway, you know I always do. You know I love to talk to you guys.
I can hang out.
You can, yeah, say you can stay if you want. You can cut out whatever you want to do. But hell yeah, I'd love to have you a little long.
Yeah, I can hang out. I have no problem with that. I'm fine.
Of course, I'm going to discuss the Exorcist thing and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
And these labels are fantastic. They're a little more expensive. You get what you pay for.
Right.
And this is something that we're going to plan way ahead of time. So save back the amount of money, the price I'm going to quote to you. You know, non-collectors will be like, what? But collectors will be like, yeah, I figured it'd be about that. She kicked that some bitch out. I love how she describes an aliens when they're saying she's full of shit and they're trying to fire her for blowing up the ship and all that shit. And you know, it cost us this many $millions of ship. And she's like, look, well, we see no sign of what you're talking about. She's like, yeah, it's like the goddamn airlock. You know, that's why you didn't see it there. And she tells them about that planet that now has families colonizing on it for years. And she knows that's what you see in all those eggs. So she's like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
And within a few days of her coming out of her sleep, exactly what she thought would happen with that place had been cool all that time happened.
Yep.
That's where Newt lived before.
Right.
Newt's all right. I just wish she didn't have that squeal yet. You know, the high pitched screech she does.
Yeah.
You have to do that, Newt, really. That causes my ears and brain to bleed, but you don't do that. You get upset and just go, scream, yeah, but you don't have to hit no fucking operatic pitch.
Yeah.
That everybody knows that real high shit. Everybody knows what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
When she sees it, she's a cool chick though. Yeah, I wouldn't even do it. I can't bring myself to it. But Carrie Hann's a cool chick though. She's a nice person. It's interesting to watch the interviews with her now.
Yeah. She left acting though, right?
Yeah.
The teacher? She a teacher?
Yeah. Just like the pregnant girl on the how first you on a Friday the 13th movie. But it's Friday the 13th for 3, the one where he gets the hockey mask. The girl that's pregnant that gets her boyfriend gets chopped in half while he's walking on his hands.
Yeah.
That girl.
Okay.
She gets stabbed up through the hammock.
Yeah.
She's actually now she works for the news there in Los Angeles. She's actually a news anchor that goes around, sitting outside the courthouse and talking and shit. That's what she does. One who plays Shelley is a lawyer. He's the one that kept filling everybody in on the Friday the 13th legal news. You know, the legal battle that's happening.
Right.
Very cool shit. But yeah, she's a news anchor. Very, very cool. That right there. If we got some serious Friday the 13th people in there, that right there will set off the conversation by itself. Do you like Rob Egger videos, Gore? Yes, I do like some of them, but he seems to be fascinated with these movies having sexual backgrounds and have something to do with sex. Like he did the same thing on The Shining with Dan. That's fucking bullshit. Jack Torrance was abusive when he was a drinker, but he didn't fucking molest him. Come on, man. Come on. You don't gotta stick sex in everything. Not everybody has to start out with a story of fucking molestation. I don't like to hear that every time I watch something. It happens more than what we like when we were kids. We didn't realize how much that kind of shit really does happen. And it happens way too much. But I don't want to hear about it in my films all the time or in my theories about film. So yes, I do like Rob Egger, but I think he's a little fascinated with that concept. He terrorizes everyone's been molested at one time. He's like the molestation Floyd of YouTube.
Right.
Like Floyd thought everything had to do with started. He thought everything had to do with sex one way or another. Sex with your mother, sex with your neighbor, whatever.
Yeah.
And I think Ronald Baker he's got the Floyd complex. The Floyd
Right.
complex. I call him Floyd. Yeah, the alien still right here, and it blends right in with all that silver shit. There's its head. It knows she's right there. Just wants to fuck with her. He turns his head, looks out there, he's like, "Hello, how you doing today?" She goes and hides. I thought it was interesting that Ridley Scott stuck her in her underwear and this little fucking shirt that shows her fucking nipples off. That wasn't no accident. But why she wants Sigourney Weaver? Sigourney Weaver's not a sexy woman. I mean, to me, she's no way. She's never supposed to be that way.
No.
You don't do that with somebody, But he did pick the right woman to play her. She does come off as a good, strong character, and at this time this was made, horror needed that.
Yeah.
Because they had all been victims up to that point, screaming, hollering. When they try to run away, they fall down. She was the first one that didn't do that shit.
Yeah. Yeah, she was.
And they come along with Sarah Connor. I love Sarah Connor is my favorite. In the first two, I had a thing for Linda Hamilton.
Oh, did you? In the first two?
Oh, in those movies, like that and Children of the Corn. Remember, she was in Children of the Corn also. I like Linda Hamilton. I love her as her innocent version of herself, like she was in Terminator 1 and Terminator 4.
Yeah, me too.
She was so sweet. Like you couldn't get any more girl next door than Linda Hamilton in the first film.
Yeah.
Guys bullshitting her, treating her wrong, canceling dates and shit. See, and he made sure that she stuck her chest out and sticks into this thing. Ridley Scott, I guess, thought Sigourney Weaver was attractive. I know a few people that do. I don't.
Attracted to her?
Yeah, I've never thought Sigourney was attractive. They played her off like that in Ghostbusters too. Remember, she got possessed.
Yeah. I don't see her that way either. Yeah.
We all have our own taste, but to me, she was just not attractive.
Yeah.
First of all, the pair of underwear they chose for is the lousiest pair of underwear a woman ever had. So they come halfway down, like those underwear they're not flattering at all.
Yeah.
The 70s underwear, like late 70s, no way.
Yeah.
Let me see what River has to say about that. We must new people here. Cool. Let's hear what they say about that. Before I don't think I'll be able to find it. Still says, fuck yeah, I'm not paying for that. They still do, but it's more controlled now. What is on? Let's find that. Skeletons in the closet. Who has skeletons in the closet? Shit, I missed the guy, didn't I? Oh, yeah, Rob Baker. Hell yeah. He's got, yeah. Some shit happened to him or he did some shit or something. Who knows? Let's see. What Galaxy Quest? Galaxy Quest? Yeah, I'm just not into her still, man. I'm sorry. He's like, fox in a hide. June thinks Sigourney is a fox in a hide. Okay. I guess I'm just weird. I don't know. A huge crush on Sigourney. We were growing up, no why. Explorer or think things come by Explorer, appreciate it. I didn't. I don't think. I think she feels way too manly. I guess I like girly girls. I don't know. No, that's not true because I've liked tomboy types too. Well, I'm not. I give them credit. They could all learn.
She doesn't portray herself that way though. She's like more smart and kick-ass,
So I don't know why Ridley Scott stuck her in her little underwear and her shirt for that part. It just wasn't necessary unless he was trying to show something off.
Yeah.
Obviously, Ridley Scott had things for her too. Obviously, what is attractive about her though is her attitude and the fact that she will kick some ass. That is attractive.
Yeah.
I will give her for that. That does have a sex appeal.
Yeah.
But as far as looking, being attractive, no.
No.
Let's see, Sigourney signing 4G for Steel's a problem, man. And then Alien the End is terrifying. Oh yeah, and I love how it picks right up on her sleep. You know what I mean? It's fine. That's been 57 years. It's like whoa.
Yep.
Hello, hi. Man, it's jumping around. I hate this. It's me. Blue lightning looks so fake. Blue lightning looks those little what little blue lightning. Oh, here on this, the lightning's okay.
My exorcist friend is here.
Oh yeah,
Yeah. See?
who is it? Oh, Exorcist Reviews. What is up? I would love to talk with you, Exorcist. I I love the facts about that movie. I've studied a lot of it. It's some good shit. All of it is. You know, for years people did not know that Jason Miller was Jason Patrick's dad. They did not know.
I
Not
didn't
only
know.
that,
Learned
not
that
only that,
recently.
not only that, but the little brother is the little kid from River's Edge and Near Dark.
Yep.
And
Yeah, you
none
were
of them look
telling us
fucking
that
alike. You
last
know,
time.
they look alike. How the fuck did Jason Patrick get to be so fucking good looking back then? You know what I mean? That dude used to make me mad back then. Because Jason Miller, his dad's not like that.
No, they're so different. I never would have guessed.
Yeah, you know, he's like around that time in a whole house full of actors, he's the only one that stood out. It's like because Patrick was a sex symbol for a while back then. A lot of people may not remember that, but I do.
I do.
At the same time, him, Kiefer Sutherland,
Yep.
and of course Billy Wirth that played the long black haired one. He's like
Yep.
half and he was a sex symbol.
Yep.
Sigourney Weaver, not my cup of tea. I like the gorgeous women like the guest. She's not. She's a co-host, man. She's the co-host here now.
Oh, I missed that.
Jimbo's hitting again. Jimbo
Stop
likes you,
it.
man. Jimbo likes you. I told you. In the first Soul film, Adam was so terrifying it made director James Bond break down and cry. And Tobin Bell had to calm him down. Yeah, you definitely found the fan when you come to my channel. He's a fan. Hey, this is for you. Yeah, welcome here, man. And, I appreciate it. Hope you enjoy what we talked about. Show's developing, and we're going to develop this point in a show. Karen was just telling me about you guys are going to do that. So that's very, very, very cool.
Yep.
I gotta respect the fact that you review The Exorcist. It's one of the most interesting films ever made, and William Friedkin is one of the most interesting directors that has ever lived. So
Yeah.
he is so interesting. I can't tell you enough how much he draws me in when he talks. It's just the way he does it.
Yeah.
Jason Miller, 2 sons and 2 awesome vampire films, absolutely. And that kid is in that. If you guys have seen The River's Edge, it's got a young Keanu Reeves and Eleanor Sky in it.
Yeah.
Watch it. Watch River's Edge because it's damn good. What's fun to me is Keanu is such a real person, such a great guy. He's a genuinely good person. This guy has not fucking aged a year. He is much older than what he looks. Keanu is.
Keanu Reeves?
Yes. He is.
Abby and I watched John Wick, the first one today, actually.
Oh, okay.
Just before this, yeah.
Was this the first time you ever seen it?
I think I've seen it before, but it was her first time seeing it, so
all 3 of them so far are good. I haven't seen the 4th one yet. Oh, speaking of that, me and my son have a fantastic version of that. It's in a book like in a movie, and it's all 4K. It's a special edition that just come out from
of the original.
Of all 3 of the
all 3. Oh wow, that's very cool.
You see, somewhere in current death. Jimbo says, "Man, thank you. Autocorrect, I do like her, right? Well, I know you do. Everybody knows you like her, Jimbo." Keanu is either a vamp or a time traveler. You're damn right, still, because Keanu, he's reserved way too much. He makes me angry every time. But I do love Keanu. He is such a great human being, genuinely a great person.
Canadian too.
He is for real. All these actors out there, they have to have this much money, and they're all divas and shit. These people are. This motherfucker will hang out with homeless people.
Yeah.
He is all real. It's proof that you don't have to become an asshole, because he's one of the biggest in Hollywood and has been for a long time.
Yep.
And he's still a real dude, a good person.
Yeah.
You gotta respect that.
Yeah.
Next review says, "That's what I saw with Jason Patrick. It was some horror film where he played a night watchman sort." Do you know that film? Jason Patrick, yeah, I think I know what you're talking about. Have you ever seen him in Tough Love, the made-for-TV movie from the late 80s?
No.
His 2 parents were played by Lee Remick and Bruce Dern.
Oh.
It's made for television movie, and he plays like he gets on drugs, hanging out with the wrong crowd, and all. It's pretty good. It's also got goddamn D.D. Pfeiffer, Michelle Pfeiffer's little sister.
Oh.
Special Chris says, I bet that the next movie you will review will be Reanimator. Well, actually, the next one is going to be Aliens, and then I do believe we're going for Killer Clowns.
Killer Clowns, yep.
But Reeves was miscast in a couple of Dracula films. No, I think people are really hard on Keanu in that. See, I'm a Keanu fan, so him playing Harker, Jonathan Harker, I thought was fine. Could have been done a little better. He learned from his mistakes. His accent's not the best. But I think that movie, all in all, is damn good, and I don't think he's ever thrown a bad performance. That's my
I like that. I like that movie too, but maybe it's not his strongest role,
Right.
But
it wasn't, but that's okay.
Yeah.
He was young. He was young as fuck still. He's still learning. And he wanted to play it a certain way, and it didn't come off like it should have, and people give him a lot of shit for that.
Yeah.
They always point to that one. They always point to that one as being a bad performance.
Yeah.
He'll never live that down. But yes, to answer you, he wasn't miscast. He just made a mistake on how he played.
Yeah.
If he played that nowadays, he would fucking break them up.
Yeah.
He would kick ass now. He was still learning. Remember, not long after that, he did Speed. Too bad but the one that played him, the male lead role in Speed 2, since it's funny that we're talking about it, was Jason Patrick.
Right.
Yeah. I would love to dig into your knowledge views on the extras. I would love to hear some shit that I don't know, and if people can give it to me, I feel like it's you. Yeah, I am so about Keanu. Don't hate him. He's so about Keanu. Okay, don't hate him, but don't like him, and won't rush out to music. Well, I don't rush out. I don't rush out and go, well, my God, Keanu, I see it. But I'm saying I just respect him a lot for the person he is.
Yeah.
Now he stays so real and so giving and so generous.
Right.
He's proof that because me and my son were talking. He's talking about how they just can't help it. You know what I mean? They make so much money. They're so famous. You're bound to become an asshole. Right. I was like, no. I got proof. Keanu Reeves. You don't have to.
Yeah.
Like says, think Keanu Reeves and Chris Ford Coppola works for what movie is. Yeah, it's not that bad. Everybody does just fine. I think it's a really well told story, man. I love when Dracula comes, when he first meets Arthur, and he's there talking to him, and you can see his shadow reaching out, choking him. That was creepy. That was great.
And Lucy, I mean, that's super cool. She was really good in that role. I liked that. It was long. It was a long movie, but
yeah, she could play anything. She was really good. She kind of went nutty for a little bit, I do believe. Writer did, but she's got her shit back together now. She's doing good work again.
Okay.
She became a kleptomaniac or something. She was stealing. She was shoplifting or something.
Oh yeah, Winona Ryder. Yeah.
Yeah, it's like what the. Margot Kidder did kind of the same thing. She was wandering around people's houses and creeping when she lost her shit. Things happen, man. Shelley Duvall, she went back shit for a minute. Speed 2 kind of ruined Jason Patrick's career. He had a couple in there, Junebug, that kind of just didn't work out well. Speed, or not Speed, but Rush with Jennifer Jason Leigh is better than what too.
That was a good movie.
Yeah, if you haven't seen Rush, check it out. Yeah, I want that torch so bad. Hugh Jackman is another good example of not a rich Hollywood asshole. That's true, Junebug. He's apparently one of the nicest men in Hollywood. Yep. You don't have to. That is just such untrue statement. Just because you're rich or famous doesn't mean you have to be a dick.
No, of course not.
That just lets you know what they're made of to begin with. You know what I mean? How they were raised. That's key. Because every problem you have psychologically and you're fucked up part of you when you grow up, usually you got I'll say from your childhood somehow. That's my opinion. All that fucking shit comes from your childhood. You wish that they could have gotten their original choice to play Van Helsing. Sean Connery. So it could have been Connery rather than Hopkins. That would have been. Do you like Connery, or was you ever into any 007 or anything like that?
Did I?
Yeah. You give a
Yeah,
shit about those?
yeah, back in the day, yeah. You know, it's funny because I was thinking how John Wick kind of reminded me of like uh that, you know, that time period because that's what I grew up with. Did I like them? I guess I did. I don't know. Weren't we like as kids back then? Kind of that's all we could watch was on TV and you watched it because your parents were watching it and that. I don't know.
Yeah, because there was like before cable and HBO and all that shit came out, there was like 3 or 4 channels, and you
Yeah,
actually had
yeah.
to get up and go to the TV to turn
Yep.
the channel.
Yep.
And you had like 6, 8, 13, 4, maybe some UHF channels, and that was it.
And that was it. Yeah. And then I remember when our small town in northwestern Ontario, they tapped into an American station, and then we got
Yeah.
all the channels and the movie channels. And I remember it was around the time when Star Wars came out, and
Huh?
I used to skip out of high school to watch Star Wars on movie channel. I did. I did.
Naughty, naughty.
But
Yeah,
that's all
yeah.
we had.
Right. Yeah. And if it wasn't on, you wasn't watching. There wasn't no VCRs or disc players or laser disc or nothing yet. If it wasn't on TV, you wasn't seeing it. You couldn't
That's
just go pick
true.
a
Yeah.
movie and watch it. You know what I mean? There's movies I couldn't watch for years because of that I wanted to watch.
Yeah. I had Betamax too. Do you remember that?
Yes. That was right
Beta?
before
That was
VHS.
going to be like it. And then it wasn't.
VHS ruled for a long time, didn't it?
Yeah.
Cyril says, let's put Karen on the spot.
No, let's not. Bond
He was,
movie. Okay, I did watch them. I did watch them with my
he
dad.
was,
It's just been like a million years.
he just wants to know what your favorite
Band or Bond, I thought he said.
band. Oh, Bond. Oh, yeah.
James
Yeah.
Bond. Yeah, well that's
I kind of prefer to hear
um
band.
I don't know
Band
because
is
it's
what I
been
would
so
ask.
long. Um,
Moore was mine. Roger Moore was mine.
you know, I'd have to say Roger Moore was mine too.
He's fun
Yeah.
to play. He's an obnoxious ass dude.
Yeah.
He's the one that come up with the shaking, not stuff.
Yeah, I liked him probably the best.
But he plays that role in the Cannonball Run. Remember, he plays like a 007.
Yeah.
Where he really thinks he is 007. You know what I mean? It's hilarious.
Right.
Cannonball Run was great.
Yeah, right? Holy crap. That's a flash in the past. I liked Daniel Craig too.
Yeah.
To be honest with you.
He's great in those new Knives Out movies too. Those are actually entertaining.
Right.
That first Knives Out I thought was fantastic. Yeah, I actually plan on doing every which way but loose and Smokey the Bandit also.
Cool.
That's what I was talking about that night when you were on there. Wasn't I talking about every which way but loose? Ate all the goddamn Oreos.
I don't know. Were you? I don't know. Oh man. Holy crap. That's like, yeah, that's cool. Yeah,
Clyde comes over and kisses her. Clyde comes over and kisses her and she says, "Stop that, you goddamn baboon." You remember that little lady? Ruth Gordon, she was fantastic, man.
Yeah. You know what I love back then? The Cars. I just love the Cars so much.
Oh, the band?
No, Cars. Actual Cars.
Oh, God, yeah.
Like,
best car ever made was 1968 Camaro. It's the best car ever been made.
1960. Okay. Cool.
I mean, you talk about a muscle car. That motherfucker was badass.
Yeah.
Like what Buddy referenced in the Bully and Christine drive. That is like a metallic charcoal gray 1968. I think it's a 68 Camaro Super Sport. Oh yeah, hell yeah. I totally agree with you.
Yeah. I hate cars now. I don't even want to own one because they're so gross.
Well, they went from they become throwaways. Kind of like a big flavor. You know, now you use them and they get wore out, you get rid of them. They will not be classics later.
No.
Steele says, do you remember the CED form?
The what?
CED. What does CED stand for, Steele? I'm not sure what you're meaning. Steele's around our age. Steele's a little over me, I think.
Okay.
Yeah, Kate Beckinsale. Kate Beckinsale. I'll tell you what, though. My favorite part in an Underworld movie was the prequel that shows Lucian and his daughter, Sophia or whatever her name is, how they
Right.
got together and how that's why he killed her in front of him.
Right.
When they're having sex on the edge of that thing, and you know what I mean, and they're right on the edge of that big huge drop. I thought that Sonia, that was her name.
Right.
He's over Sonia.
Yeah.
Because oh man, Victor is fantastic in those Underworld movies. I love Victor.
Yeah. Yeah. Does everybody? Do you guys love the Underworld movies? I did. I can't believe they're so old already, but
There's a couple of them. The first one and the third one, which is a prequel, are my favorites. What is that one called? Rise of the Lycans. It's where it shows Lucian and Sonia's story and how Victor kills Sonia because she's messing around with him.
right. Yeah.
Sonia, which when they're having sex on the edge there, that was my favorite part of all of them.
Right.
Something about Sonia.
Right.
She had it. She really did. My favorite James Bond is Pierce Brosnan. Pierce Brosnan is one of the most obnoxious people ever born in that role. I'm a tie between Connery and Craig. Nobody else mentioning fucking Roger Moore. Connery is mine. Timothy Dalton, underrated. Let's be part of that watch party, Smokey the Bandit, and Seagulls Everett will lose. But yeah. If you want to join up on those, because Everett will lose, I'm telling you, I'm gonna go ape shit on that. I love that movie. I love the biker gang. They couldn't look their way over a paper bag, but that gang couldn't. He was all their asses, and they think they're so badass. Clint Eastwood's fan. Oh my god, that is such a kick-ass fucking movie.
Yeah.
I even know the songs, man. I'm telling you, I will be in rare form on that. Like the other night we talked about that for probably 45 minutes. The whole time I was quoting the old woman and Bruce Gordon. Oh my god, fun shit. Yeah, but yeah, man. When I decide to do it, I'll get a hold of you and we'll put it together, man. Me and Junebug, that'd be interesting.
Yeah. I'll be in the chat.
Ooh, yeah. Because we will be fucking stupid on that. Everybody knows when they collab with me that I am going to be, one thing I'm unpredictable, but you can predict that I will be talking, and I will, I can't help but have to.
It's good.
Yeah. There's never a dull moment unless you don't like, hear stuff. Of all them, the last one is a steel book. I got kicked out. Kicked out of what?
Out of here?
Who's kicking you out? Not on my watch. They used a total of 28 cards to make 16. Yeah. I actually know. Me and God damn it, Craven. Craven Something Scary did that.
Right.
Me and Steven did it. We did that movie. Well, we found collabing again. We just haven't got to it yet. He asked me one night, and I wasn't able. So.
You guys are both so busy.
Yeah, he put his shit together so quick, and people just come on to him. That's what it is. One thing about YouTube that bugs me is the fucking algorithm.
Right.
One person may release a video and it immediately get 10,000 views. Nobody knows why, but yet, and they'll have 500 subscribers right away in a week.
Yeah.
Another person could do it for 5 years and somehow have that 500, and their videos are never put on notification.
Yeah.
What I did is started going regularly every Monday and Tuesday night, and I do some on the weekend. I did that. After about a month of doing that, I noticed my algorithm growing because my views went from like 150. Next thing you know, I was getting 600 and 700 and 500.
Yeah. So you're thinking consistently uploading.
Yeah. But then I was gone for 2 weeks. I came back a week before Valentine's Day and did my Bloody Valentine, and it wasn't the same. My chat seemed to say everything seemed the same. When it was over, I only had like 127.
Right.
On my Bloody Valentine. I was only gone for 2 weeks, and my algorithm already was fucked up. I did it on purpose to make sure you stay in here constantly putting content out so they can get paid.
Yeah.
That's why they drop you out. They punish you if you're not doing it regularly.
Yeah. Well, it's because it's all about them making their ad money, right?
Right.
Getting their followers and making their ad money. I have a theory. I feel that they take away the subs sometimes so that you'll go out and work harder to get them back up again. That's my theory.
Yes.
I
Like
don't
once
know.
you,
Maybe it's not true, but
because if you're lucky enough to get a good algorithm going to get those views every time, like because I mean it's good to get 100, 150, 200, but when
yeah,
you're seeing your shit when your stream ends, your
yeah,
live stream ends, and you've already got 400 views,
right,
your algorithm it's kicking ass,
yeah,
and it's stressful and it puts pressure on you to make sure that you're still doing that
yeah,
because you want those views, you want to. Not for any kind of making money or anything like that. I don't care about making money off this shit. I get
right,
that.
yeah,
But I do love having as many people join me and bullshit with me and get what I got to hand out if possible. I think that's
yep,
cool as fuck, man.
yep,
Man, it sucks when it drops for no fucking reason. Extra Review says, I wish I could figure out the algorithm. Nobody can really. They change it. I have a short that had 17K. I got a couple that's got 3 or 4,000.
yeah. Me too. Well, I have one that's got 4,000.
I got
But I don't.
4,000.
You like that counts as watch time, but I don't think you can combine it though. I think it's like one or the other. You either hit like 10 million or whatever it is for your shorts or 4,000 watch hours for videos. I'm pretty sure. So I thought, what's the point really of doing the shorts? I guess to draw people to your channel. I don't know.
Well, because I think they started making those because a lot of people, especially a lot of some of the younger people, and I'm not saying nothing bad about younger people, that don't have the patience. They, be on
Yeah.
there and they want to hear what you got to say right now.
Yep.
They don't want to wait until you bullshit around. They want it right now.
Yeah.
And
Because
I
of
think that's
TikTok.
you say,
TikTok.
oh, yeah, nobody can figure it out. Just like the guy that I seen a guy watch the video. It was his first video. He only had it out for a week. It already had like 2,000 views, and he got like 300 or 400 subscribers on.
Wow.
For one or two videos.
Hmm.
Now, why would that happen? That's fucked up.
Yeah.
Not
Yeah.
that I wish anything bad for the guy, but that's just not right.
Yeah. That's weird.
Voice on YouTube that make me sick. Watching is when they make disgusting food eating videos, or you talking about the
ASMR.
mukbang or whatever, yeah.
Yeah.
Another food like that, yeah. That does get gross. I don't watch somebody have food over their face.
Yeah.
I don't need to watch you have fucking lunch, I had 1K in February. Sean, yeah, he did this year. But
Oh.
Tubi Buddy says I hit 1K back in October 2022, huh? Well, when I first got my 100, I got that 100 like 5 times. And then I finally stayed above it because people were subscribing, but then weren't watching shit. You got to, or don't even bother subscribing. If you're just going to hit subscribe and then move on, you might as well not even do it because they will not keep
Yeah.
on YouTube. Help get my film career going. Yeah. Junebug's a film career going because I want to bring back the magic of movies for the start. Yes. It just says I was putting out 3 shorts at a time, see which would take off. And Juno says, Ninja Go 9, great launch film. All right, here we go. I have some different news here. This is part of what I'm going to do with my horror for all show that I'm getting ready to shoot. It will be out Monday night at 10 o'clock. Monday night at 10 o'clock, it will be in Horror for All. It goes about 30 minutes. I'm going to cover new movies coming out. I'm going to get some news, some rumors. And second half of it is going to be about physical media, which I'm going to give you a little sneak peek on right now.
Cool. Yay.
Last year, there was a company that was putting out The Exorcist, and it was a big box set. They decided not to. They decided to wait until this year since it's 50th anniversary.
Right.
And it's going to be 4K. I'm trying to find my notes on it, but it's going to be 4K, and there's going to be 4 different variants of it. And it's from a film company called Sin Museum. And it's going to be 4 different variants, 4 different covers. It's going to be a big fat box set. I will show pictures on our Horror for All Monday. And I've got, but it's really cool. And some of the covers on this thing is so fucking badass. And it's going to have like a whole disc full of special stuff. And I'm hearing they're putting stuff out that's never been put out before.
Right.
Of course, you're going to get the theatrical version. You're going to get the, you're going to get the director's cut, which originally was known as the version you've never seen. That's
Right.
actually 3 different versions of The Exorcist: theatrical, version you've never seen, and director's cut. The difference between director's cut and the version you've never seen is the images that come up on the wall and shit. Like Neil comes in, and closes her window for that last time before she gets possessed. When she's heading out of the room and closes the door, there's a big view of Zuzu comes on. 2 or 3 things like that happen in the version you've never seen that don't happen in the director's cut. Why, we don't know.
Right.
Yes, I cannot wait to show these pictures. I have them on there. As a matter of fact, I have already made a thumbnail that's going to have that on it. And I'll be showing it out in the next couple of days. But you would not believe the artwork on this.
Oh, I'm excited.
They've not put it out pre-order yet, but they're going to. I'm expecting it's going to come out about September, October. That's what they're saying. But I mean, yeah, that's a sneak peek of it. Didn't give you guys too much, but I gave you enough to know. It's finally 4K, 50th anniversary, big box sets. The Sim Museum puts out really good quality shit. It's going to run about $179.99.
Okay.
Yeah, to a collector, new great shit. What from companies like Sim Museum or Film Arena,
right?
That's not bad. That's okay. To a non-collector or someone not used to that kind of a big boutique label, was thinking, holy shit, $180.
Yeah.
I do believe that Warner Brothers is going to come out with their own version of the 4K too. But I'm telling you guys the good shit, the shit that you're going to see when you talk to me.
Right.
Save for it now. Get the good. There's only going to be 300, 4 variants, 4 covers, only 300 each.
Wow.
So when they tell the pre-order when it's going to kick off, I'll let everybody know. Because I'll be right there. When that time hits, I'm right there and I'm ordering that motherfucker. So have your card ready, all that shit. So you can get it if you want it. Or unless you just want the regular 4K form.
Right.
I'm going for the nice shit. This is The Exorcist. It's 50th anniversary. I'm getting the nice.
Yeah.
I might get 2 different covers next time. There's 2 that I want. I can't decide which one's the best. But there's one that's artwork on it that's absolutely unreal. I'll show it to you. It's
amazing. Yeah. Okay.
It literally sent me into a shock when I seen this one cover. I literally talked about it for 2 hours with my fiance.
Yeah.
I mean, she was sick of it. I mean, you could tell she was like, okay, that's cool, yeah.
Yeah.
You know, I got my phone. I was like, check this out, look at this. She's like, whoa, that's great. And then an hour later, I was like, look at this, it's cool. I skipped doing it. So I'm like a little kid when it comes to this shit.
Yeah.
Especially for a movie like The Exorcist.
Yeah. No, it's worth it. It's totally worth it for you to get it. Totally see that.
$180. I want. I should be a spokesman for Sim Museum and Film Arena because they put out beautiful stuff. Really. I have a lot. I showed you a few things there. I can show you a Film Arena version of. See, I have a couple of them here. That Shining that I think I showed everybody. That's Film Arena. I have Forrest Gump from Film Arena. I don't have any Sim Museum yet, and that's when it's gonna be. So.
Yeah. Cool, but not till September, October.
It's one or the other. They don't know when they're exactly they're gonna put it out yet. But I put in my my email and everything to get news on it, and I will be looking every week. So I'm not missing this number. Because those 300 will go like that.
It will. Yeah, I was gonna say.
You better be right there, ready. I mean, it's so good. Want to do Aliens next month on my channel? We're doing Aliens next week. And it'd be adding stuff to it. Maybe a couple people pop in and bullshit and give their opinion of what's happening.
Yeah.
There's GoreAphobe. You recall when Billy Buddy did his cameo on Extras as the producer on the series? You mean? $100 for the Extras is worth it, and then buy a damn backpack for 160. Yeah, good point. Bill Buddy, I meant. But yeah, Bill. Well, Liz Blair calls him Billy. She's her calling him that. Like that scene with everybody that whole day when they did the masturbation scene, you know, with the cross, everybody was real tight. Everybody was real weird because they knew it was going to be a fucked up day. She was just running around wanting the fucking milkshake. She wasn't worried about it. Yeah. Billy, can I get a milkshake after this? Sure you can, Linda. You know, and then they do this scene because everybody acted weird because, you know, they told you a girl. They knew it was going to be very, you know, they just were tight. They were just really uptight. And she just running around wanting a milkshake. You can just tell he talks very affectionately about Linda Blair. Now, Linda Blair to me has become kind of an asshole over the last few years. Like she does conventions. I've heard so much about it. All she wants to talk about is her animal activism. She doesn't want to talk about the horror movie she did. They're not going to talk about the animals. They're there to talk about her horror movies. You know, it's a horror convention.
Yeah.
We know you stand up for the rights of the animals. We know how you feel about that. We
Yeah.
appreciate it. We respect it. But we want to hear you talk about your films.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
These horror fans do not go there to listen to you talk about your animal like this. Alien Day. What is Alien Day, man? I guess I'm a little behind on this. Component's trying to autocorrect. I just but sounds like a really cool guy, man. The just do the okay, now wait, my phone's trying to autocorrect. Okay. See what he's got to say here. He must have enough to open up. Who? To open up video? Well, I've got about 3,000. Didn't know there was an Alien Day. Me either. That's cool, man. I want to know about that. All I know is my 2-year anniversary is May the 4th. That's the Star Wars Day. May the 4th be with you. I didn't even know that when I started the channel. I was like, wow.
That's your okay.
So I got to do some fucking Star Wars on my channel's birthday.
Yeah.
It'll just be a celebration. We'll glad he did the cameo and talk to birthday. Oh, you mean when they were standing there at the college? Yeah, yes, he's right there. Yes, absolutely. Right there at the college. Okay, yep, right there as Ellen Burstyn's walking in. You know, when she's walking in, getting ready to do that scene when she's picking up for him.
Yeah,
we're gonna get education. You know, yes, he passes on Bill Blatty. Yeah, absolutely right.
I know that because he told me that when I was doing my watch party. So now I know.
On the BS. So a great fact that it's waterproof and it's $160, which I ripped off. I'd rather get the Exorcist 4K set for Ernie, yeah, with different versions of booklet and all. But it's even got a special little gift. We have no idea what that gift's gonna be. Oh, this artwork is fucking creepy, man.
I can't wait to see that.
This one particular cover is just creepy. It's something about it. I don't know what it is, but it's fucked me up. Yeah, it's fucked me up. I'm still talking about it. Amazing if you look at the actors who auditioned for Reagan. You have Carrie Fisher, Ronnie Griffith, Tatum O'Neal, Laura Dern, Brooke Shields, Kim Basinger, many others, but none of them were as mature as Linda Blair. Like I said, when you talked to her about her, masturbation, he said, well, you know what's in it, right? Do you know what she's doing? And she's like, yeah, she was masturbating. And he's like, do you do that? And she said, yeah, doesn't everybody? It fucked him up. He was like, all righty then. The blade stayed behind on Burstyn what she's on. I didn't look at that and pay no attention to that, but thank you, man. Appreciate that. Told me something I didn't know. The 22 likes good. The 22 likes cool. Awesome. I hope everybody's had a good time with this. This is just the beginning of this. It's going to be whole kick ass shit. Of course, we already kick ass, but we're going to kick some more ass. Some extra asses are going to get kicked as we go. So we're going to line up asses and just start kicking them.
We talked about every topic under the sun, Gore, tonight. We got them going on cars and Blonde films and Exorcist and everything. We touched it all. I've never seen a watch party that way before, ever.
If I'm good at anything, it's making intros, thumbnails, and talking about everything on God's green earth while I'm talking about the movie, trying to piece of it.
Yeah, it's fun because it makes everybody feel included.
This time I did it with a co-host, goddammit. So what do you guys think about that? And involved my co-host too, and got her opinion, and she, left it open. If I ever cut you off, don't mean to. It just means I'm excited like a little kid. So I apologize for that ahead of time. Mike Blatty pointed that out for me. Awesome. Oh, so you talked to Mike Blatty? That's very awesome, dude. I know you enjoyed the co-hosting, but you can, yeah. I will give you this, new bug. You do it with a lot of respect. You don't do it in an inappropriate way, because that couldn't work. That wouldn't work. So,
yeah.
If anybody ever does that, then they just won't be. But I'm impressed with that, and I appreciate that, and I'm sure she does too.
I do. Yeah.
Right. Yeah. Because it can't be bullshit. I can't put no bullshit. Nice. I can see that. And definitely agree with you, Buck. Yes. Talking about he has class. He has a technique. That's what I'm saying. He flirts but it's so innocent. You know what I mean? It's just it's almost entertaining for me. Now for you, it might end up getting to be or it's like, man, okay. But I remember the first time you did that last week. Your face was so bright red. I enjoyed that. I was just having a great time. I'm like, some jackass solar adult backpack. He's still going about this fucking backpack for 160 bucks. Hates that backpack. I'm trying to get him on the channel. Cool, that'd be cool. Karen is very pretty, Marianne says.
Oh, thank you.
You got lots of admirers, Karen. How you feel about that? You come to my channel and people start hitting
Awkward,
on you.
weird.
That's not what I intended. That's not what I
Gore's like
intended.
my watchdog, though, so it's all good. I mean, that way.
I didn't bring you on so everybody can hit on you, but hey, you know, if you feel like it's inappropriate, I'll take care of them. But
I know you will.
they won't. People that watch me always. So I never had not one person inappropriate. I had one person in a chat one time that pissed me off, and I blocked them because they were just saying stupid shit. But it was inappropriate and it was fucking ridiculous. So I really don't respect. Well, I always talk to respect women because most times if you get slapped in the face by a woman, you deserve it. Oh yeah, unless you find all those crazy ones that think they can hit you and you know, oh, what you hit a woman and say that they're hitting you, and it's like you just fucking trying stuff. I'm straight. I'm a straight married woman, but it's true. That works for me. I don't think about or talk about stuff like that. To me, Karen's my co-host, and she's my friend, and we collab together, and you know, and that's about it.
Yeah.
So, thank you for doing the show with me and starting the show with me. I really appreciate having you on here.
Yeah.
You're always a lot of fun.
Thanks for asking me. Yeah, I'm looking forward to next week too.
Yeah, I just told it from last week, and I thought, man, I think that'd be cool, you know.
Yeah.
And so I'm glad you gave it a shot, man. I appreciate it.
Yeah, this has been really fun. Like the conversations in the chat. Wow, super awesome. Thank everybody, like all you guys, for being here too. It's been so much fun. It feels like a family now.
Yes, thank you very much. And I hope it continues like that. Like I said, we're going to throw in some extra entertaining stuff and this and that to do. Little extra people you might want to hear from will have pop in and tell us.
Yeah.
If it's time to do it during the live, I'll ask them questions, talk to them, and record it and stick it in there.
That's an idea too. That's a great idea.
Yeah, and just bring it and we'll play that. Like Eric, I talked to Eric a while back about how you doing this, and I figured I could just ask Eric. Like if there's something I'm not sure about a film we're getting ready to watch or something, see what he thinks about it and stick that in there and talk to him.
Yeah, I love that. You have to do that.
Oh yeah, I have intentions on it. Yeah, all kinds. We're gonna do all kinds of shit here. Like I don't know. There's no telling what you might say.
Right.
But thank you very much, Trench. I appreciate you being here. I appreciate everybody being here. I appreciate you being here. And I'll be talking to you. Do you have anything left that you want to say?
No, I'm just blown away by everybody. I'm just having such a good time. I feel so loved. Super fun time. I'm really glad that you asked me to do this.
Cool. No, so like I said, I felt it then and knew it was the right thing. I didn't know if you'd agree or you'd want to, but it felt right to me.
Yeah.
So I will be talking to you, and we'll figure out what we're going to do next time. It's going to be Aliens next week at 10 o'clock, or Tuesday night at 10 o'clock.
Yeah.
You guys have a great time. You guys take care of each other and be careful. Much love to all of you. And don't forget, I'm GoreAphobe. She is Ocean Chics Film, and you guys are not.